We're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Lee on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love doctor going live on the radio. Two mics and the mind on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Radio, turned up on the radio. Turned up on the radio. Turned up on the radio. Two nights and the mind. Two nights and the mind. Two nights and the mind. Two nights. Watch this. And the mind. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, what it do, ladies and gentlemen? Goddamn radio land. Y'all doing all right?
Everything is great.
Listen, let me tell you something. I want to share with y'all how well my weekend.
There.
I have a personal chef. And let me tell you, that personal chef made some really good wings. I don't even know what flavor they were. Them things were, ooh, my good. Ooh, my good. I don't even know what flavor they were. I want to tell them to make them again, but I don't know what the flavor to tell them to make.
But what did they taste like? Like, what was the flavor that tasted like?
So, all right. One of them I know was honey garlic.
Ooh.
One of them was a honey
garlic. Ooh.
Now, the other one, I don't know what it was, but it tasted like she had squoze and limes on it. With some squoze and lime juice or something on them things. Oh, them things know they were so good. Let me tell you something. I ate so much chicken. I believe I'm gonna grow some feathers and some wings. I'm cluck. I want out of here.
I can eat wings every day.
Oh yeah. And then she had some lasagna. I think she's Italian. I think my chef got to be Italian. Because I went to New York City. You know, if you want a real Italian, you don't go to Italy. You just go to New York City. I went to Little Italy in New York City, ate their food, and this one right here got better lasagna than them.
Wow, I've been there, and their lasagna is pretty good.
Listen, it ain't better than this private chef. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
I told her it's so good, I'm gonna have to vote for her to be the commissioner. Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to.
Oh yeah. How y'all week been going, ladies?
Bring good food to Rockdale County because the food.
It's important. You really need to know. You really need to understand food. Y'all really do. These children out here in these streets, they know how to rap, they know how to dance, but they don't know how to do food.
And if you don't have flavor, you don't have flavor in your life. You can tell how people are by the food.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. If they have good flavor in their food, they have good flavor in their life.
Uh-oh. Look at it right there. Look at Reverend Joe.
Hey, look at her. Okay, guys.
She's sprinkling a little season out there for y'all. She's sprinkling, give y'all a little sprinkling.
You make them cook, and if they don't have any flavor, they don't have flavor in their life.
Yeah. She shared some of that sauce with y'all. Look at that. She sprinkled a little sauce on y'all. There you go. Oh yeah.
Funny.
Oh yeah. Tula, you know what? I'm curious to know. I've been knowing you for a while now. And I'm curious, how did you get the name Tula?
Well, let me tell you. So there was a young lady who I worked with in a dental office, and she was younger than me, and we hit it off, because this is my work family was just, we were really, really close. And she just started calling me Tuli. She's like, Tuli. So she just always called me Tuli. So that's where I got it from. Actually, she gave it to me. I want to call you.
Oh, work family. Dr. Joe, you got a work family? You ever had a work family?
I work virtually, so I barely see them.
Really? If I worked, that virtual stuff y'all do, I could not do it.
I prefer that. I've worked in offices and
really?
It might be my career. It's just a lot.
That was the life.
Let me tell you. I had a work family, but the problem is that the work family was trying to call me after work hours. And I say, hold on, it don't work like that. It don't work like that.
As far as for work or for pleasure?
Pleasure.
Oh, come on, stop it. Stop.
Yeah. Hey. I be seeing with y'all at work. After hours, I can't do that. No, y'all got to know the lines.
Listen,
I got along with a lot of people, but I never felt like it was my anything. Like I would have loved to, but
yeah.
When I was a teacher, yes. When I was a teacher, yes, it felt like that. When I was a pre-K teacher, it felt like that.
Yeah.
But now that I got older,
now you get
yeah, no, it's crazy though. See, I work with the government. It's a little different when you work with the government.
What is it? It still works.
Yeah, it is. Listen. Out at the government, man. The lady who I work with, she be trying to call me after hours and all this stuff. Hey, what you doing?
Somebody trying to pick you up. I ain't talking about.
And she ain't changed. She's still doing the same. I already knew what she wanted. She only wanted one thing.
What does she want?
One night to me, hey, my sink, my pipes clogged. Can you come and unclog them? That's what she told me. Yeah.
Stop it.
I said no. No, Fanny. Fanny, I ain't finna call you. No, girl, you better get somebody else, not me.
You're not gonna do that. Oh no, you're not tonight. You're not gonna do that. Get off my sister. Don't do it. Do not come for me.
Hey.
That was bad.
Hey, you say get off, it sound like everybody done finally got off her boy. Woo.
Wait, don't stop.
But that's a beautiful thing to have a work family.
It is. I think it is. And I think it helps, and it may help you appreciate your actual family.
Listen, when I was at work, I knew that was never my real family. So I always kept them distant. You got to still form them a little bit like,
Why is quiet? I'm quiet in the office.
Why is that though?
I don't trust them folks.
It's a lot of drama.
I don't get it. What?
In the office,
you worked in a different environment. You worked in a predominantly female environment, didn't you?
I did.
And Caucasian.
I said female.
I added Caucasian. I said the and.
See, what I did is I've experienced working in a male dominated.
Usually you guys are quiet and very private.
And then I switched over to a female work family. It's a whole nother different type of
New
man.
world.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so what made whichever one worse than the other? Which one was worse and what made it that way?
The female one was worse.
I agree, Tully.
The female was worse. You know something about females?
My experience.
Here go what I learned about females. And it's either true or false.
Let me see.
When females start hanging around each other a long time, they'll tune up and sync up together, and they'll get on the same cycle. And it just all of them just crazy.
I heard. Well, I don't know about. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
But
yeah, matter of fact, hold on. Let me separate y'all. I don't want y'all to get too close. I don't want y'all. Let me separate y'all. Yeah, let me put it back. There we go. Okay. Yeah.
You're so crazy.
Keep y'all separated. That's what we doing. Yeah.
I don't know. That happens.
Females keep a lot of gossip up. It's a lot of gossip. Water cooler talk is really, really crazy. And I noticed that the minute I started working with a female, it was just so much gossip going on.
Let me ask you something.
Who's more in a long time? Go ahead.
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you what your definition of gossip is. Is gossip the truth or gossip lies? What is gossip?
Keeping up mess, being messy. Just keeping up messy. Keeping up foolishness, keeping up schism, keeping up all kinds of mess.
I don't think same. I don't think that keeping up mess is the same as gossiping.
I don't think so.
You said what?
I don't think so either.
Hey, well, I tell you what, that's a good listen. I tell you what. Well, here go.
It doesn't have to necessarily be messy.
What the word gossip is. That way, you ain't got to think what it is. I ain't got to think what it is. We just look up the definition. Everybody understand what gossiping is. All right, you know what I'm saying? Is that fair? That's fair. Resident Joe, that fair?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. Read that for me, Dr. Joe. Go ahead.
I think it's just conversational.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Dr. Joe.
Casual or unconstrained conversation or report about other people. Okay, so that's not messy. You're just reporting.
Keep reading that. Keep reading.
Typically, can you just move a little bit to the right?
Can't read if you got it like that.
Typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true.
Bam, there it is. Just what I said. Being messy, keeping up foolishness.
It's not messy. It could be true. It could not be true.
It's not confirmed as being true. These folk be messy. They be starting spreading around rumors. It could be a lot of mess going on. It be real messy. Female, they just got the. They just go in.
It's not only females, it's males too.
All male environment. Listen, I've had women tell me that they prefer to work in an all male environment.
Hey, a woman, what you think? They probably aren't friendly people.
Dudes are different. Dudes in an all male environment, you can make all kind of inappropriate comments and everybody good.
Now, why would you want to make those?
Yeah.
Shalom said, Wayne.
Why would you want to make inappropriate? Like what? Jokes? Dirty?
What? No. So if you want to make jokes, you can just say whatever. It ain't nobody walking on eggshells. Ain't nobody about this whole sexual harassment stuff. Ain't nobody trying to, do
That's
whatever.
What happened in my other job.
Oh, I'm hurt. Oh, my mental. Oh, this is a hostile work environment. Ain't none of that foolishness going on right there with men around. With women going around, you got all that stuff all of a sudden. You just say, you know what, man, let me just shut up.
It also depends. You know what? I can see what Tuli's saying because it also depends on that career. Typically, because I feel like in a dental office, people are a little bit more focused, happier of what they do. When I worked in the case managing offices, I think people were so stressed that they found like things to talk, like problems without them being there. I also think it's about specific careers and offices. It has a lot to do with it. Because I'm telling you, when I was a pre-care teacher, it was a nice environment. Everybody got along. When I started to change and I was a case manager, it was drama. It was just drama. I sat in my little desk and that's it. That's all I did. And then eventually when I became a therapist and started to do it was a different, more quiet. People were talking about more intellectual conversations. I think it has a lot to do that. Maybe that's why you enjoyed it so much, Tuli. It was people were different, A dental offices, I feel like people are just more chill.
Yeah. What is this adult conversation?
Talking to adults like we're doing now, like an adult.
No, Chelsea says I miss the adult conversation sometimes. What is she talking about, Chelsea? Chelsea, what are you talking about? What kind of adult conversation? What is that? Like I've never understood what is an adult conversation. What is an adult beverage?
Maybe she has children, and that's the only people she talks to, and she misses talking to adults.
Like you said, just talk about what adults talk about. You should not have the same conversation all the time with your kids as you do with an adult. So that's what she's talking about. The other kind of conversation. Not that anything's bad.
Oh, so she refers to him as adult conversation. I just refer to him as a conversation.
When y'all were talking,
why would I be talking to a kid?
She said when we were talking about when we're talking about working virtually or being in the office, and I prefer to go to the office. I couldn't do the virtual stuff.
Oh, I love the virtual. I see what you're saying, Chelsea. Yeah. Let me tell you something. This is what I don't like about my work family. What I didn't like about my work family is I've been told them, let me work from home. I say, listen, just let me work from home. Go ahead, set me up for the virtual, the VPN. I can log in. I can access everything from home. I ain't got to be at work like that. I've been telling that. They would not clear me. Human resources would not do it. And doggone it, what happened? When I quit, what happened? Now everybody going to work. I say, doggone, what kind of everybody work from home? That's some foolishness. I've been telling them to do that.
I do see them once in a while, and then that's perfect for me. Hey, how you been? Catching up? All right, bye. Back to my house. Wow. And I stay in my house for a month, and then eventually once a year, see them again. Hey, everything's okay. Okay, cool.
Not me. That is so not me. I can do that. Nope. I gotta have a patient. I gotta have interaction. I gotta do. I gotta have.
Do you miss that 40-hour work week?
Woo! Oh no, I don't miss the 40 hour. I wouldn't say that, but I miss the work because I still work more than 40 hours. But I wouldn't say that. But definitely going in to work. Yes, I miss that.
I do not.
You miss the commute? Is what you're saying? Going in to work?
No, I do not.
A long way sometimes from jobs, like at least an hour to get there. It's probably more. It'll be longer now if I went to work, but. Yeah, and that was a good time for me. I was listening to music, listening to talk shows, Yeah, it was a good ride for me. I like to ride myself anyway, so it gave me a lot of my time and preparation. Got there early, thought about my day.
You know what I didn't like about that, Tuli, and love that is that in the morning I had a set time to get up, do my things, and I had to be there at a certain time. I didn't like that. I didn't like a set schedule and people telling me at what time to be there and me rushing. No, I did not like that.
I didn't like that people learn how my car looked, and they'll know when I try to leave work. I seen your car leaving early. I see your car went in the park like that.
You had really weird coworkers.
What time you leaving? Why you at your car? Why you was late? You try to show up late and leave early. I see what's your car. That's the work family right there. That's why you don't need a work family right there.
They liked you. I just think they just
I think they didn't like you at this point.
Oh no, they like me a lot now. They like me a lot.
You to come fix their toilet. Checking your car.
What's up, Tony? Down there, they like you.
Tired. But we still going away.
Hey.
What's happening?
Pretty good.
Just going to work, going to office.
Talking about working in the office versus working virtually.
Definitely.
How to do it all.
What?
You work for your hood, you're always in the office. Because you're everywhere. So
Tuli, I saw that look. Tuli rolled the eyes. Tuli, you ain't got on glasses. You don't have on your glasses. I've seen that, Tuli.
What?
My boss be watching me even when you be making sexual advances toward me like you did today with your eyes. My boss saw you.
What?
Yes. Oh, don't try to play. She made sexual advances.
Oh, it's about to go down. Let me get y'all a little closer together. There you go. Let's get closer. There you go. Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh, y'all closer together now.
You sick.
Very. No.
Yeah.
It's getting toward the end of the week, so my hours weighing me down. I don't get enough sleep. So at the end of the week, as it keep coming down, it's like, all right, you're getting less and less sleep. So
Tony, I don't know how you do it. Yesterday, I had 5 hours of sleep and I was exhausted. I said, never again.
Man, if I had 5 hours of sleep, I'd be a new creature.
How do you do it? I was not functional.
I've been doing it so long. No.
I
get my days. I think my longest time is Shabbat Layla.
It's not
I
good.
get my longest sleep, Shabbat Layla. I go to sleep at probably about 2 o'clock in the morning, somewhere around there.
I don't know. That's amazing. I can't. I'm not functional if I don't sleep at least 7 hours.
Let me tell you something.
7 hours? That woman right there, she can sleep for months.
Listen, when Tony gets up, you think he don't wake me up, and he does. I don't know why he think I'm not. I just because I try to lay there.
You get up every time I get up.
Most times.
Oh, you get up every time I get up.
Most times. I don't get up, but you wake me up.
Yeah, I tend to listen, but I try not to open my eyes. Just stay asleep.
I hear the television.
Oh no!
The television.
That's a rule.
I don't have to hear them halls calling.
TV got to be turned off. You can't sleep with the TV on. That's a rule right there. That's in the divorce. That got to go in the
something that Tony cannot. He already explained that. That's part of his sleep.
But you would know that. I gotta hear. I gotta see if I'm listening. What helps me out since I'm listening to the TV? It helps me out. So I hear a different noise. I pick up a different noise. Then they'll let me know if I hear somebody. I know what I gotta do. That's
a part of the brain functioning because how you hear a whole bunch of he could tell what noise is going around him.
Yeah. Along with that, if a different noise break that soundtrack, I'm gonna know it.
He's supposed to be asleep.
Yeah, I am. But I know if something break, that noise. I know if something break. I know that TV froze and I can't hear it anymore.
You know what that word is called? Proprioception.
Because his brain is going while he's sleeping. Your brain is going while you're sleeping.
You gotta remember though, you gotta keep up with a lot of people. Then you gotta keep up with a lot of situations. There's a lot of things you got to know. There's a lot of things you got to be able to do. So my mind is always constantly turning. You got to remember, I'm always having to give people information.
Yeah.
So I had to be in the information. I had to be in the information load. You know what I'm saying? You load information because you got to constantly disperse information. So you don't get a lot of sleep. A lot of people they don't have to do that. They just living.
Yeah.
So that's not something they have to worry about, doing. I mean, they're like, I don't have to talk. I don't have to say anything. I just kind of keep to myself. Unfortunately, and not unfortunately, but fortunately, I don't even know what to say. Fortunately, my job it does not allot for me not to be able to speak. I had to be able to speak, disperse information. I got to answer questions. I got to figure out other people's life that they screwed up. It's there. You know that from being a therapist. People give you their life. They say, listen, I messed this completely up. Now, how do I fix it? You look at it, okay, if you messed it up, why did you mess it up? But you can't deal with that. You just got to deal with the fixing. And people just want answers. They don't want to go back through things to say, let's go back and see how did we get this point.
Right.
That's the long haul. So, I have a lot.
I told another therapist in the synagogue, you can learn from Ra. He's better therapist. You literally have to go through that. But in order for me to do that, I have to get 7 hours of sleep. I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't be able to.
Listen, look at it. You hear that, Tula? You see somebody say something to him? So it's not fair that you get to sleep through apocalyptic. You're right. They're right. It's not fair.
You got used to it.
Man,
this is the thing. You're supposed to sleep. You have alarm.
I'm with Tula.
I love it. I love sleep.
How does your body reach? It's not healthy.
Yeah.
I would say I would agree.
Let me tell you something.
If you look
when I first started hanging out, I remember I was in Florida. When I first would come up and visit and started hanging out with this guy, he would try to make me feel bad because I went to sleep.
I went to sleep. You will fall asleep on the curb.
And y'all would take a picture because y'all wouldn't take me home. I was ready to go to sleep. Y'all not take me home. I'm thinking like, you know what?
At 7:30, no one goes to sleep on the curb.
That's not good.
That's not good.
7:30, the man will go to sleep and his feet will be swinging on the curb.
Let me explain. It's a method to the madness.
The
method to the madness is I get up early.
How early?
If you get up early, you need to go to bed early.
How early do you get up?
How early do you get up?
Well, it depends on the girl and what's her name. But anyway,
I tell you that now, he get up late and he finishes early. I know for a fact he don't get up on time.
Oh my goodness!
But he always get out early.
No.
Y'all won't.
Oh my goodness.
That was
yeah, they used to stay up to like 2:00 in the morning.
What?
Let me tell you, it's a Friday night. I live in a different state. I will get up early in the morning. I will work all day, get on the airplane, come all the way up to Georgia. Once I'm here to Georgia, we'll have service. He'll finish preaching. Then we'll go out to eat. Then they'll talk and they'll talk and they'll talk. And it's 2:00 in the morning. I'm like, y'all not gonna go to bed? Man, why you sleeping? I said, because I'm not a vampire. I actually sleep at night. What is this? Man, you get real irritable when you get sleepy, man. You got to do better. I'm like, what?
That man just
what time do you get up?
7:00 at night is when he was going to sleep. Now, that man never stayed up until 2:00 in the morning with us.
No, I went 7:00. It's like 8:30. Between 8:30 and 9:30. In the bedtime. Listen, by 8:00, 8:30, you need to be done, took your bath, took your shower. You need to walk around in your pajamas.
When you ain't got on your pajamas, you ain't took no bath.
I got on my pajamas.
So
now you don't have on
what do your pajamas look like?
Pajamas.
I'm good. I mean, I got a while if I'm gonna go to sleep. Like I said, I'll sleep my longest time Shabbat Layla. Shabbat Layla. Then after, what they call Saturday night over with, I'll sleep a little longer towards Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Possibly, because by then I got everybody out. They didn't burn down nothing. Y'all don't realize something. I have to babysit people.
It's hard.
So you got to check behind people. They do stuff. People understand it's a lot of work, man. You got to stay behind people. Lazy, forgetful, just trifling. And you just got so many different people. And people don't realize, like, people get to pick, like, who they're going to deal with. Unfortunately, I had to deal with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
People say, well, I'm not going to deal with it. I have to deal with
my clients. You don't get to pick your clients.
I don't get to pick my clients. I get all the fruitcakes.
They come with surprises. We come with surprises.
You pull an all-nighter once or twice, yeah. Carrie been back. I don't remember Carrie staying up late.
No, I don't remember Carrie either. Carrie be in and out of there. Carrie be done slipped on out that door.
Yeah. We got some
right,
people.
They do say it's unhealthy not to sleep, though, Tony.
They say it's unhealthy for sleeping too much.
From 10 to 3 is the most important hours, they say.
10 to 3? I don't know about that.
But a question I wanted to ask y'all is last week we did something that was really interesting that we've never done before, and that's actually we had like a real movie review reaction. I know it was late. I really did not get a chance to get everyone else's commentary, but I was just curious in terms of I wanted to ask all three of y'all now that y'all seen the movie versus the documentary, has your opinion changed? Do tell.
About the guys?
You mean the new documentary?
About the Central Park 5.
Oh. Has my opinion changed? Yeah, actually, I don't know why, but it could have been just me. I really thought that they were innocent because I heard about it, but I didn't know about it when it happened, you know. But the movie, I thought the movie was honest about what it was about, what happened rather. I didn't know anything about it back then. I just I heard about it, but I didn't know the details. Let me say that. And I knew that they had a problem with Donald Trump's newspaper ad that said they were guilty. He took out a full page ad in New York Times or whatever it was. I heard about that, but I didn't know the depth of what happened. But I actually thought the movie was true.
Me too.
So I was disappointed to find out that they were actually guilty. I didn't even know why they went to jail, you know, because they were guilty. I didn't even get that part. It didn't even connect to me. So yeah, I was very disappointed. See, I was very disappointed and shocked. I was totally shocked. Yeah, I was shocked. It was real bad for me. I was disappointed.
Yeah. What about you, Reverend Joe?
It was shocking to me too. I think what angered me was the fact that now they're making money out of something that was horrific. When he was explaining everything I was like, wow, that is crazy. Like, how can these young kids be capable of doing something so harsh, so cruel? You know, like cutting their legs. It's just those kind of things to me and now that they're going to make money out of it, and it actually frustrates me. It frustrates me.
That part, the connection with why they got money when I didn't get that. What was that about? I know he ran on a promise the mayor ran on a promise to do that when he was running, but I just don't know why and how the people just. I don't know why they're still not in outrage right now about it. That he gave the people the money. I don't know how he justified doing it. You know, and made the state pay them if they were guilty. I just because if I was the lady, yeah,
and she's alive. So to me, it's like, how do they justify this stuff?
I don't know. I don't know how they got away with that. Well, people get away with a lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. And I was very ignorant of everything that really truly happened. I had seen a little part when you sent it, and I started watching it and I completely forgot. And when I saw the whole thing, I was just frustrated. I was shocked like Thule. I was disappointed too. I was just like, wow, like this kid, when I saw the movie, I felt so bad for these kids. And now it's like, I feel bad for the lady and the homeless people that they attacked. I was just, wow.
And I know that the lady that made the movie, Ava DuVernay, she said that DuVernay said that she wanted to humanize. I saw that humanize the guys. I guess now that I know what they did, I guess she didn't want people, when you see young black guys, to think that they're animals, and that all of them do that. So I guess maybe that's why she tried to do that and humanize them. But I mean,
wrong way to do it.
Yeah, that was
because now they make it look like, oh look, it does really happen, and you guys are defending this. Now it makes it look like every situation is the same thing, when in reality is really not. There are probably cases where they're not guilty, but in this case they did such crazy things. I couldn't imagine someone trying to humanize kids like that.
Get it though. This is not like somebody got to prove a case against you, but they said this is what we did. They said we did.
Yes. They're like, it's recorded.
Yep.
It's
so
shocking to me.
I'm with y'all totally. And I think y'all go some good questions or whatever. I'm like, I really try to sit down and think about things from a different perspective. And one thing that I noticed is the propaganda in that Ava DuVernay's, the timing of when it was released, as well as the propaganda. And I want to briefly share with y'all a quick 1-minute clip from the actual movie that Ava DuVernay put out, in which I think may have kind of sort of been a cause of why that movie had that spin to it. I want y'all to take a look at this 1-minute clip and let me know what you think.
Even about myself, if I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black, because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
You paid for ads in newspapers like this one that said, bring back the death penalty, bring back our police. Even after the 5 young men were cleared by DNA evidence, he posted an op-ed calling the city settlement with them a disgrace. The director of When They See Us told USA Today that she wanted to keep the president's appearance short. She says that decision was just to have him in as needed and to let him speak for himself through clips, which she says were used very judiciously.
A big conversation happening online right now about this series. A lot of people saying it's something they just cannot bear to watch. Anna says it's one of the hardest, most important things to watch, but she still thinks people should go see it. It's not easy, but it is important. This person says they just want to unsee it. They say they're emotionally drained, no tears to spare. And Lan agrees. He says he doesn't know if he's emotionally ready to deal with a devastating story. If you've seen it, we would love to know what you think about it. Let us know on the 11 Life Facebook page. Tell us why you will or will not watch.
George,
I think it started from the middle. Let me just rewind it back really quick to the beginning.
New Netflix series, When They See Us, has everyone talking online, not about the past, but about the present. The miniseries follows the stories of the Central Park 5 African-American teenagers falsely convicted of assaulting and raping a jogger in 1989. Now, they spent anywhere from 7 to 13 years in jail before they were exonerated, and one very important figure makes an appearance in the second episode, then businessman Donald Trump.
I've said on occasion, even about myself, if I was starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black, because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today.
He paid for ads in newspapers like this one that said, bring back the death penalty, bring back our police. Even after the 5 young men were cleared by DNA evidence, he posted an op-ed calling the city settlement with them a disgrace. The director of When They See Us told USA Today that she wanted to keep the president's appearance short. She said that decision was just to have him in as needed and to let him speak for himself through clips, which she says were used very judiciously.
A big conversation happening online right now about this series. A lot of people saying it's something they just cannot bear to watch. Anna says it's one of the hardest, most important things to watch, but she still thinks people should go see it. It's not easy, but it is important. This person says they just want to unsee it. They say they're emotionally drained, no tears to spare. And Lan agrees. He says he doesn't know if he's emotionally ready to deal with a devastating story. If you've seen it, we would love to know what you think about it. Let us know on the 11 Life Facebook page. Tell us why you will or will not watch.
So that key element is the When They See Us. It was around 2019. That was the election season where they used it to tarnish Donald Trump, and they put a clip of him in the movie. So I thought that was maybe a perspective of why, propaganda was probably used and why it was kind of twisted stuff like that. When I started looking at the actual timing of things like that. What do you think about that, Dr. Joe?
Could be. I mean, I don't know. Quick questions, like, do you know? I was just thinking, like, what can this woman that was raped be thinking that these people that raped her are giving money, like they're giving money to these guys? Like, do you know?
So she did an interview.
What does she say? Like, what does she express? Is like, because that has to be traumatizing. And then now it's flashbacks, and these people are getting money. You have that interview? Is it long?
I see a video that has a 3-minute clip of it, so okay. I'm uncertain what all it entails. But if you want me to share that 3 minutes, I can.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. This is the actual jogger.
And I'm pleased to welcome Tricia Miley to the show. So nice to see you.
Thank you, Meredith. It feels good to be here.
Yeah, when I told friends that we would be sitting down together 3 years after what happened to you, they were shocked how much time has gone by. Is it even hard for you to absorb, or is it more something that you just live every day?
Well, it's a little bit of both, because obviously I do live every day. 20 years is a long time, but I'm just so glad to say that I'm happy and healthy, and I feel stronger than I ever have.
No residual effects, physical effects from what happened to you?
No, I can't say that. I have, residual physical and cognitive deficits, but they're very, very subtle, and I'm so fortunate for that.
Your head injuries, the injuries that you sustained that day, that evening, were so severe that you have no memory of what happened and never will. Is that something that you regret at all, or is it better that way?
It's a little bit of both. It's not black and white. On the one hand, sometimes I get frustrated and wish I did remember, and it would clear up all the controversy about the case that really does bother me. On the other hand, as a result of having no memory, I also don't have flashbacks or nightmares, and I feel blessed because of that.
In 2003, you revealed your identity to the public. You wrote a book, that I Am the Central Park Jogger, a story of hope and possibility. You've also become a motivational speaker, trying to help others. What is the message, Tricia, that you're trying to get out to people?
A message, I speak to groups all around the country, all different kinds of groups, and to let people know that whatever challenge they're facing, that we can do so much more than we ever thought possible. That by focusing on what we can do right now in this moment, rather than getting caught up in what's happened, a past we can't change, or worrying about the future, we can move forward.
You have said that your story is not the story of an attack, but rather one of healing. And I know most people would not begrudge you if you had a lot of anger and bitterness about what happened, but you don't. Where did that go?
Well, sure, I was angry, and especially for all the turmoil that my family had to go through, but I received such an incredible amount of support, and the power of that, loving care and support was stronger than the power of the violence that night. And that's what's helped me to push forward. And that's why I encourage people wherever I go to reach out to people in any way that feels right, because it does make a difference.
You've had an extraordinary level of violence in your life, and also an extraordinary level of human kindness, which has impacted more on shaping the way you are today, who you are.
Clearly the human kindness. No question about it.
All right, Tricia Miley, thank you so much. Such a pleasure to meet you. We'll be back after your local news and weather.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Really interesting.
She said she does not remember and that's the hippocampus. That's a part of the brain where helps you, tell you how to act and behave. But she acts pretty well. And if that part of the brain was injured, I wouldn't think she'll be so eloquent to speak like that. Because
she don't remember anything. It's money at this point. I'm not. Please, no one about to think that I'm running her down to see a victim at every cost and in terrible fashion. But I really don't get the book writing other than writing my incident that I don't remember. Because I don't know how you could be strength to other people more, but you don't even remember what happened. But I think this going and talking to people, yeah, I mean, because it doesn't exist. In your mind, if you don't phantom it, you don't know it, it doesn't exist. I don't know how to tell you about something that I don't know.
Right.
I can't remember. All I know is what other people could tell my story better than I could. Because I have no memory. I said I have no memory. I don't get no. I was the Central Park.
John.
Okay, I was, but I don't know what happened. That would be my story. I don't know how you could be motivation to other people. You don't remember what happened.
You don't even know that you got raped.
Yeah.
And so supposedly, if she doesn't remember, that's her.
So hold on. Y'all don't go too. Don't take that 1 minute clip and go that far saying that she don't remember.
Her long-term memory was affected then because of the hit.
I mean, that was just a 3 minute clip.
That's what she said. What you mean? I'm taking?
So what I want to do is I'm trying to find more footage where she goes into more detail about, because that was a 3 minute clip and you base everything on that 3 minute clip. You'll say, keep in mind, she still had to go through a lot of injuries, a lot of recovery, a lot of comas, a lot of healing. To say, yeah.
But Stasia said, yeah, dissociative amnesia, correct. But what I'm saying is that she doesn't remember that long-term memory, which means that because of the hit, her hippocampus was affected, which means she had to have some type of behavior. Something must have been distorted. She does not look like she has been affected by anything at all. I mean, I haven't.
So that's like 15 years after it happened when she did that interview.
She still doesn't remember though. You would think that with therapy she will come back and be like, "Oh, I remember."
Mm-hmm. That part is correct. That's because remember the video, they knocked her unconscious, so she was unconscious. She was almost dead, bleeding blood.
I'm sorry. Do you think that you're explaining something to us? Because you're really not. That's what we already saying. You're really not helping no matter what you're saying. We know that. What we're trying to get you to understand is her story doesn't make sense of her as going around inspirational speaking and empowering people you don't remember.
You basically didn't experience it.
Your story would have to be told by other people. You couldn't tell it.
Yes.
How would you be an inspiration to something you don't even know what happened?
Yes. So, like it just makes no sense. And also her behavior just makes no sense to me. Something's off in my opinion.
Well, Stasia said, I've heard about that too. I heard of that people disassociating amnesia. So is that not true? I mean,
it could happen, but what I'm saying is there's also side effects with dissociative amnesia. So the side effects have a lot to do with behavior. It's because of the injuries, right? The hippo part of the brain was affected. So with that, on top of dissociative amnesia, other behaviors were also affected. But she says that she feels healing and she feels peace, and it just doesn't.
It don't add up because you don't know what happened.
Right.
Well, maybe
that's like y'all threw a surprise party for me and I wasn't there, and I'm gonna go out and explain to everybody how I felt about it.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense. I wasn't there.
Yeah, and that's why she feels so well. And good for her that she feels so great because she does not have that memory in her. That's amazing. Good for her. That's why her traumas are not deep, but because that would have been crazy traumas. That would have been deep traumas.
How do they convict them if she? I guess their own.
That's a great question.
Their DNA in their confession.
It's
I didn't hear anybody saying they penetrated her. Was it the DNA? Because on her leg or something? Because one boy said he didn't.
On her underwear.
They found semen on the boy's underwear or something like that.
Pubic hair. He did say he put his penis in, and she asked him again. He did say he did talk like he did penetrate her.
Oh, really? I didn't.
She came back and asked him again what she asked him. First she said he didn't. Then she came back and she asked him, like, did he stick it in or something like that? And I remember him saying something like, yeah, because they found genital hair.
Yeah, they did. They did say that, yeah.
But that would have been your underwear up.
That would have been like a big for her to give her testimonial, but I guess that's why they let them out or something, because she doesn't remember anything.
Let them out because the other guy claimed he did it by himself, remember?
Oh, that's right.
I didn't know that. Oh, but he got out too, though.
Yeah, he's out too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because rape doesn't carry that many years. There's not a life sentence for rape.
Are you? That's right, because she didn't die. She's alive.
In 12 years. 12 was the most that sounded like somebody got.
Really? So how many years? Like, what's the maximum for rape?
Let me see.
Depending on the state.
Well, it's probably.
Then depending on what is it, aggravated rape.
Oh yeah.
That's a lot of different words. Is it sometimes get dropped down to sodomy? Rape can be kind of manipulated like murder.
I was actually able to find another interview.
Okay.
This is about 30 minutes long. I'm just gonna play kind of like start around the 8-minute marker, and y'all can kind of tell me when to stop or whatever, because
okay.
So just cue me on when to stop or whatever, and I just kind of let it roll a little bit. Yes, like this is 8. Let me see.
For a while, and I couldn't dance. I was very serious about dancing, and
I was younger.
In part with dance, there's such an emphasis on your body and being thin, and thinking about, what am I going to do, because I can't keep that, I can't exercise, and so what did I do? It developed into an eating disorder. I thought, well, I just won't eat.
Oh my gosh.
And so that was very unhealthy. And what then came, a few years later was starting to, be compulsive about the running, because that was a way just to keep moving and keep losing weight. Although I've, it doesn't make any rational sense, because I've always been a pretty slender person and fit, but we're not going to analyze.
Okay.
But I'm very healthy now.
Okay.
And so what happened one night after work, I'd gotten home from work a bit after 8 o'clock at night, and I had to go running, and I would go in Central Park, and sometimes I would go with other people, but a lot of times I just went on my own, and I went on my own. And that night was a horrible night in Central Park. There were almost 40 teenagers who were roaming the park and beating people up. And I ended up being attacked and beaten, bound, gagged, and raped. And from the beating, I suffered a traumatic brain injury. And I have no memory of it because of the brain injury. I'd say almost 100% of people who have a severe brain injury have no memory of the actual event, and depending on, where they're hit and how they're hit, the extent of the amnesia before it, varies, and then also afterwards.
That's the hippocampus, really.
I don't believe that makes no sense. She can remember going out that night. She can remember the group and number of people, but she remember being gagged and being hit and struck, and that makes absolutely no sense. Okay, y'all, you do this for. Am I making sense? That makes no sense.
But she's not saying that she remember it happened. Somebody can tell you what happened to you.
Hold on, listen.
You were
she
gagged.
Explained to you. Listen, no, but listen how she explained it. She explained to you how she goes out and she runs.
Right.
She said, I typically go out with the group.
Yeah.
And I would go out by myself. She named the place. She said that night I went out by myself. And she talked about her seeing the 40 kids. She did not tell you someone told her that. She told you it was a horrible night. How did you know it was a horrible night? It's things that she's saying that says, I remember. I'm describing it from what I saw and what happened. She's not describing it from the point of view of someone telling me this.
If I'm gonna, if
be believable.
If I will be her therapist helping her, I would diagnose her, right? But if I will be analyzing the situation, like, hey, let me listen to her really. It's something's off because she got injured, and that and it's like in the hippocampus, that has to be the long-term memory. But in my it doesn't make sense if you put the side effect. Love doctor, can you put the when the hippocampus is affected?
Hippocampus?
Yeah, the part of the brain where it's the long-term memory that helps you remember what happened to you in the past. Now, there are specific events that you might forget. So it could be that she doesn't remember that specific event only, but she's literally describing everything else, like Ra is saying, like Preacher saying.
So we kind of paused while she was in the middle of talking. Y'all want to hear what she says after?
Yeah, go ahead. It's just pretty interesting.
I want to know what Sasha got to say.
Sasha, join in,
please.
Go with other people, but a lot of times I just went on my own, and that night was a horrible night in Central Park. There were almost 40 teenagers who were roaming the park and beating people up, and I ended up being attacked and beaten, bound, gagged, and raped. And from the beating, I suffered a traumatic brain injury, and I have no memory of it because of the brain injury. I'd say almost 100% of people who have a severe brain injury have no memory of the actual event, and depending on, where they're hit and how they're hit, the extent of the amnesia before it, varies, and then also afterwards. So I have no memory for, about 5 o'clock from that evening till about 6 weeks later.
Wow.
Let me ask something else. Stop.
Because
I think the average person would have told that story, would have told it from saying what they were told. I think she told it from, I actually remember it happening. Even to the amount of people, versus saying that night I was told. A lot of people would have said that night I was told a lot of people were there. Because the way she's telling it, she said about 40, and that's the number they gave. That's an accurate number to not remember. And you're not saying someone told you. Even to her describing what happened to her, how did you know that unless they told you that? I said from what most people would have said from what I was told. She said from a point of view as I know this, I saw it, I'm the person, I saw this, I'm recanting it as it's happening. From me going out that night, typically how I go out, that night when I went, it was about 40 plus teenagers out here beating people up. You're telling like you seen it. I'm watching them beat people up. And then you're telling it from the point of view of, then, I was gagged. And when you're telling this, Simon saying that how it came into play as though you saw this, you remember it happening that way.
I think she had to do that too to sell her book. Because how you gonna write about something?
Listen, I know for a fact that what she's selling. What you said, she's selling manure and books.
I think so. I think some things she's saying is true, and some things she's saying might be what she heard, like you say, Rob. Because I get that she will forget that traumatic event specifically, but then she said after 5 weeks she also doesn't remember. It could be that injury, but she is saying certain things that are specifically like there were like around 40 people.
40 plus teenagers. It was. They didn't say it was 50, 75. You're saying pretty much accurate number. There's no way you counted them. So you're saying who can look at a group of people and say it's 40 plus? Just on average, especially when they're fighting and beating up people. So they're not like standing in a line like that looks to be about 8 or 10. That looks to be about 8 or 10. So these people are grabbing people fighting. So how are you coming up with this number? And that's the exact number the police is coming up with. I'm just saying the average person would have told that story with no memory recollection. No, they would have had to say, from what I was told. That never came into play. Everything that she said, it was a horrible night. When you say that, it's like that's in memory.
Yeah.
Just to say it was a horrible night, because I wouldn't know that.
Okay.
I would probably say, don't think about it. That would have had to be a horrible night. Versus me saying that, that's coming from an emotion. We got Stasha here. What you think, Stasha?
Hello, Stasha.
Hey, Stasha.
Hi, y'all.
Hey.
So one, I'm like, her story's interesting, and I get you all are saying in terms of, maybe her making the story up to, I don't know, promote whatever she got going on. I guess when I was thinking about it clinically, when I brought up the dissociative amnesia, because based on how severe her trauma was, and you're right, Dr. Joe, when you're talking about the hippocampus, in which, of course, that's where it stores all our long-term memory. But like, in terms of, well, I want to know, like you said, the symptoms that she had after the ordeal. But there are some clients, literally, especially the ones that have really severe trauma, that they can't recall the event, but in terms of, they say that they still have the sensations, they still have triggers, right? And so she may not have been able to tell you the story, but, she could, if she ever returned to the park, did she all of a sudden just start, having bad anxiety?
Her memory might be
right.
triggered.
She may not know exactly. And of course, I'm sure people have told her if she didn't remember. But
Right.
that's the part where I'm like, clinically, who knows? If it wasn't just to promote herself, that is a thing, and I've definitely had clients, or especially if you have like bad trauma in your childhood, sometimes they can't recall it. Like, I think Dr. Joe, you mentioned it a little bit when you were saying, like, your brain, that is a way that it also protects you so that you can survive and try to live a healthy life. Another thing I was curious about, though, because something is off about her, like even just like how she kind of talks, like there's something going on. But I wonder too if all that, like, everything is okay, is also a form of her own denial and how she's coping with it.
How long ago was that interview too?
That looks early. You said
from her first interview to the other interview, she looks like a big gap right there.
That video looks like it was earlier, and the other one looks later, but you can still see the contrast where she still seems up, alert, kind of going, not withdraw. A lot of times, with any memory of it, it's kind of a breakdown, because it's that point of when you do remember breakdown points, or when you said it was a horrific, a horrible night. That's a word a person typically wouldn't use, unless you saw it, like you saw something that was horrible, or you actually experienced it. I believe that she no doubt does have some reaction that she will give off. Like you said, the brain can discard things, and it's a way of protecting itself from, crash or breakdown. I don't know if her brain is actually, and I will be surprised. She's picked up another habit. Like sometimes people might pick up, who knows? Some people, from some traumatic trauma, some people pick up becoming overly sexual. Sometimes women would withdraw, not having a father, or sometimes being touched out. Some number one, they'll become strippers. You know what I'm saying? Or prostitutes. So the brain is a real, it does funny things. There's no one kind of pattern to it. A lot of times you get certain things you can find. You can say this is a pattern, and it's always something that'll break pattern. That's definitely something. I just think that, now, I'm in no way saying it didn't happen. I'm 100% believing it happened to her, even if
right.
So I don't want nobody taking that this was a Karen or nothing like that. Not. It's just certain things she's saying she should be saying if she doesn't remember it. There's a way you have to word it. So, like in a court of law, do you know that? I was told you stopped me to remember.
Right.
Did I see this? Do I know this, or someone told me this? I remember just like the attorney with Wade, the guy Wade, his friend, they were stopping me to sit there and think, because your brain has to register and think about, hold on for a second. Am I telling this from the point of view that I know this, or I was told this? And she told that story as you going back there, she knows what she does. I know I would run with people, but this particular night I went out by myself. So you listen to her story, and she never stopped. You know what I'm saying? She's rolling this story out, and she made sure that it was a horrible night. It was 40 plus teenagers beating people up. You jogging. The natural instinct of person not to jog when I see people getting beat up. Especially they white, and I'm white, and you're a white.
It's very detailed.
So and they beating people up. You don't say that when you don't remember. Mm-hmm. I know she was told the story. It's just the normal thing would be, the practical thing would be, is to say that from what I was told, from what investigators told me that happened, because I don't have a memory of it. I don't remember. You will keep emphasizing that. From what I was told, because I don't remember. You're telling the story that you remember it. Like you could point these people out. So I think for me, that shows me that someone's gotten her and looked at, hey, you can make money. Her situation is true. I think it's moved now. And she should be compensated. Listen, those people that got the money, they should pay her. She should sue every one of them. The state for, what they call it, they didn't exonerate them. They evacuate, what they did.
I thought it was.
No, they want to exonerate. Mean you've been cleared.
Right.
They vacated it. They just got rid of it. No, they vacated it. It's a difference. Exonerating and vacated is different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, what you said, Tony, about that part where she's going out and giving, talks to people to help them.
Motivation.
And specifically, victims that were raped.
All type of victims. She's motivational.
Oh, okay. So I mean, to me, it's like, it's like me going out there and going to speak about motivational, speaking about my dad got killed in front of me. My dad never got killed in front of me, so I can't help that population in particular. Mm-hmm. That's like some things are off for me. I'm like you said, I'm not saying she didn't get raped. It's just some things, are off, and it could be to sell the book. It could be,
Positive set of book.
Definitely.
It's about the book at this point. And again, she was raped. It's just her story should be a story of this to me. It would be a story of, this is what happened to me. Mm-hmm. I don't have a memory of it. This is how I live my life now.
Right.
Based because even when I'm told this happened to me, I would gather some type of feeling. Even though I'm like, okay, I was asleep and I find out, okay, you guys were playing with me or something, and you guys, took my money from me. Even though I didn't know it and someone had to tell me about it, I'm gonna have an anger towards you guys. Mm-hmm, I'm gonna have a resentment towards you guys because you guys did this when I was in an unconscious state. So there's going to be a feeling toward them of resentment, of hate, and everything else. Because the fact I don't have a memory of it is even more, to me, more traumatizing. It's scary because even you telling me, the feeling I should have had, I don't have. Mm-hmm. The knowledge I should have had of it, and I'm so angry with myself with, why don't I remember? She is really happy-go-lucky. She's really, most people, because it's really, it would take a lot to deal with that. The fact of me not knowing, that is scary.
Yep, and it might never come.
To me, I don't think she will be out of, she's really like happy going, hey, again, she's a victim. I just think at some point now we move into the money end. I know people say, oh, just why she can't? Yeah, she should get paid. Those kids, every dime they got, they should lose it. She should get it. I would just want to hear her tell a story from a different angle, because now it takes away from people focusing on you're a victim to now just feel like you're getting people money, because now you're trying to go and be a motivational speaker. I don't know how to be a motivational speaker to somebody about something I don't remember. I don't have a motivational drive. I have, I'm really frustrated with the fact I don't remember, and I'm hurt because although they're telling the story, just think about it. All the information you have is from them. How much of the story they really tell you? So it could be a lot deeper. So the mind has to deal with that. Think, how much am I going to tell?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it's already a bad situation. So what you don't know, I don't want to add that to the story.
Yeah.
I don't know, y'all clinical psychiatrists, y'all tell me what y'all think.
No, yeah.
Tula like to fight me. Oh,
I'm not fighting.
Okay, Stas, let me ask you this, Joe. Y'all got to do it too. What is it with a person when you wake up and the cover is pulled back on you and they sitting out with their finger like they just look at you? What is that? What part of the brain? What are they doing? Did you listen? And I find my shirt like pulled like this, something like that. What is that? What from what y'all know clinically? What could you tell me about that person that can help me? Because I don't remember, but I'm watching.
You don't remember.
But then sometimes
sound like less to me.
Somebody has some scissors in their hand, or they have some scissors, and one side of my underwear are cut. So I don't remember, but I'm thinking, how should I be feeling and acting about this? You know what I'm saying? I see the person with the scissors. I see the person, and my shirt, my tank top pulled back like this, and they sit back there looking at me like they're him. What should I, as a victim, y'all help me get through. Look at it. See, that's how. In that cover up, what is like, brain?
I don't know what Tasha would diagnose it as, but me, I would diagnose it as passionate love.
Oh, goodness.
I would say it's a passionate love where the brain is just telling you to be passionate, and it's just a reaction of love.
So, wow. Okay, then that's about this other part. What about when I try to roll over, somebody grab me, don't leave. I can't make it without you. What part of the brain is that?
Attachment.
See that? Y'all got it.
Instinctual brain.
Something wrong. See, y'all need y'all to help me out because see, there's a lot of stuff been going on, and I've been needing to discuss it with somebody to figure out how do we fix this. Because there's something going on with this woman right here. She's stalking me. Stasha, do you happen to know? Also, Stasha, would you happen to know this person who's sitting in between me and two, the one that's separated between me and my boo?
I do, sir.
Have you listened to him on the show before?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a genius?
Yes, of course.
Oh, stop it. Listen, you get a check tomorrow.
All the credibility.
Let me see what kind of diagnosis.
What kind of diagnosis?
Either hallucination or.
Yeah, exactly.
We want to talk to you. Now we're going to help you.
now we got to clinically check her out.
He's got his own special diagnoses. They're not in the DSM, you know. So
that's a new book we have to create.
Because we got some symptoms we're working on.
So let me ask you this: with both of you guys been in clinical therapy with people.
Me too. I'm in therapy too.
Okay, you're therapy. What would you guys say is the most common form of illnesses that you guys find, you run across majority of? Schizophrenia, bipolar, I don't know, maybe drug abuse, you know, that now that's even formed as, you know, a mental illness now. Sexual, whether people that are either the victim or the victimizer. What do you guys say in today in the field you guys work in is the majority of you run across? What do you find? And age groups, or whether are they minors or adults?
As a you go ahead, Saskia. Sorry, you're running.
Yeah, so I guess because I work with the younger population, I work with kids and adults. I was saying kids, what I get a lot of are kids that have the ADHD or the oppositional defiant behavior, you know, the ones that argue, they don't listen, they don't respect authority. So I get that for a lot of my kids. And for the adults, and of course, like some kids, they have some kind of type of traumatic stressor related to it, but mostly I think I get a lot of that for my adult population. And anxiety, like everybody's got bad anxiety, so.
And depression.
Yeah, definitely that too.
Yeah.
And also, both of you ladies, and we typically don't get a chance to that. Is it a number that you guys have? If somebody watching this show had a child or a spouse or a person, you know, they know, even themselves, if they want to reach out to either of you, could they call you guys? You have a number they can call either of you, and where they can, call you guys and maybe do a Zoom if it's not in person. If a person were interested in trying to procure your latest services.
I could give the email. Yes, definitely. I could always give the email, and they can.
We'll put both of y'all information. So, Love Doctor, can you put up both of their information with a contact? If y'all can send to him, or y'all can put it up. I mean, they can put it up so people can
want to use.
Yeah, whatever number you want to use, contact. So if somebody were interested, because with that today, although a lot of us, I don't know if a lot of people, some people feel as though it's not needed. There are a lot of people that do have the need. And for me, I think a lot of it is, suggestive to some people, where there are people that do need the help. I think some people just pretty much look at the attention. If I'm getting it, it becomes an excuse for me not being fired at work, because you have to deal with people typically differently when they're under, doctor's care, whether it's physical and especially mental. It gives a lot of excuses for people that commit crimes, because a lot of times certain crimes, they'll send people to therapists to make sure, psychologists to make sure before they try that person, especially when it's something like life in prison or death. You want to make sure what's the mental capacity of a person. And a lot of times these people who don't actually have a mental problem, just a matter of discipline, will use the cover of a mental illness, or revert back to, I was raped, I was molested, I was touched by an uncle. What uncle? I don't, he's dead now. So there's no way to able really, concretely go back to verify. But there are people that genuinely need help, especially kids. Our teenagers, our young people are definitely in critical situations. Just here in Rockdale County, former candidate for CEO for Rockdale County, his son, I was told, committed suicide, 14 years old. And that's always tragic when you get a kid. And I was talking about this, I think it was last night, having options. I think a lot of times people push them to an end where I don't see a way out, so kill myself. I think it's more prominent today than it's ever been, to just quit versus there are options. So I would definitely like if you ladies are able, you have a contact, and we could put that up, or y'all could put over in the chat line for those watching and let people know. Because people do need help, and they need people that sincerely care, and it's not just, it's a job. Yeah. People who are working on getting them to graduation and not just trying to date this lifetime person, getting people to move forward. Some people will date the situation and they never grow past it.
And I have to, and Anastasia just.
I wonder that ugly face mess up.
And I do have to say that, Tony, when you said that, a lot of people use their diagnosis or their mental illness, and I'm gonna say, quote unquote. Sometimes I have to be a different person here and be realistic versus me one-on-one with a person. They're telling me something, I have to see it clinically. I have to be understandable. I have to, even if I'm seeing them and I know that this is just crap. Please, you can fix this. This is a behavioral issue, and I have to be understanding. And sometimes I have to give diagnosis, so I have to. And I think when we diagnose, it stamps the person. Then the person starts looking at side effects, and all of a sudden you weren't acting like that, and now you start acting like that, because it's a stamp. It's like that's who you are. You have ADHD. You have multiple personalities. I never felt it, but now it's like, you're right. I am like that. So when I speak here, I'm very more realistic, and I want to speak the truth that, mental illness is a matter. It does happen. However, the world has made us into a way where, like, hey, we all have mental illnesses. This is why this is happening. And that you can see that the statistics, mental illnesses has grown tremendously since 2001. And then it's more popular in movies, it's more popular in shows. It's everywhere you see it's like somebody has a mental illness. So when I'm here, I want to be realistic and tell the people, hey, some situations are are fixable. You can evolve. You can come out of that. Some situations you cannot. You know, some mental illnesses, you need medication. You need to be hospitalized. You need help, immediate help. But some situations you actually could work through it and get through it.
What do you think about that, Stasia? It's real low, sweetie. It's real low.
Let me turn. Can you all hear me better now?
Oh yeah, we can.
Okay. I think I heard what she was saying. I was trying to type in the chat and log myself out because I don't know what I'm doing over here. But I heard the last part of what you were saying, Dr. Joe. And I totally agree. Yeah, there are some, like you said, some of our clients, they need to have some medication. They need that extra level of care because they're really experiencing some imbalances or just some lack, some issues with their brain and how they're processing things. But at the same time, it's still, your healing is still a choice. There's still going to have to be some changes. There's still going to have to be some accountability for you to get where you need to go.
Yeah. If you don't want to get help, if you don't want to evolve, you won't. It's about what they want. Yeah, it's about what they want.
And I agree. And it's unfortunate that people condense the field down to where we have to conduct it as such and not be realistic and practical with people. I mean, in a way, it's a good thing because you don't want people outside of guidelines to where it become reckless, or endangerment to themselves or to the patient. But at the same time, it's times that where, I think the clinical direction, sometimes it allows a person to kind of milk the system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, it's a one of those balance type things, even with preachers, in different, in the field, sometimes you have to get people that care at the same time, kind of understand how to, deal with people because every situation is different. Every person is different.
That's right.
Every explanation a person gets sometimes can give you a different outlook and bring out a different outcome with how to deal with that person. So I think a person, in what you guys do, I too work somewhat in the field myself. Mm-hmm. And it's a lot when you deal with people and, picking people and watching people try to, mask the truth. Mask the truth, and then you have to finally get them to unmask. And you spend all this time to get somewhere we could have gotten to from the very beginning, but you have to technically work to get them and to see this. And, it's a lot of time that's put into people and dealing with minds. You have to be able to kind of absolve yourself from, from situations after a while, because it can be mentally draining. Yes. And I think for, therapists, psychiatrists, and for people that's, genuine with what they do, it's a lot you carry because even after the session's over, you're still dealing with the situation in your mind on what's the next approach, because you're trying to get ahead of every meeting. You're trying to get ahead of getting to cure. So people might think it could be 50 minutes or whatever, but you're always getting ahead of. You got to get ahead of. You can't just kind of pop right here every time and everything's hitting you at one time. So you're kind of trying to work to move a person to a certain, designation to where you feel like, okay, I have you in a place where now you can move from here. It's kind of like a person stuck in the mud. If I can just pull you up enough to where now you can just kind of start driving on your own. So it's a big job. People don't probably appreciate it, but I understand the job. Like I said, having worked in the field some myself, as you know, I work with the Love Doctor, and like everybody, we all had those basket cases.
Coach.
Like, okay,
yeah.
So I have him, and I had a lady I told y'all I had to counsel her in her marriage. Remember, I told her she cooked and cleaned everything she did for her husband. Now tell me that wasn't a maniac. I just told her to get out. I just told her get out. I was not finna keep stressing myself. I'm like, when she told the story and told me they had been married one day, and told the whole story and drug it out. Like, I've been doing this for years. This man, anything he wants, he gets it. I'm thinking, Wow. You know, and whatever he wants, gets it. I cook, I clean, I do everything. And this is a one-day marriage. So you see people reality, and they'll leave out things, you know what I'm saying, that are critical, and that'll drag a situation out. You trying to figure out this situation. A one-day marriage. Yeah. And you know, whatever he wants, I cook, I'm clean, sex, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this woman is pleading with me. What does he want? Tell me she's a good woman. So, you know, you these type of people like Thule. See, I need y'all to help me diagnose her.
What's wrong with him?
What's right with her?
Everything.
Okay, here we go. Sit down. Now, what is that when a person here tell everything right with them? That's got to be a clinical. There's something. Y'all ever heard of schizonigrum?
Whatever.
Yeah, that's y'all look at schizonigrum.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Hey, what's going on?
I'm not scared.
Hey.
The dog.
I'm watching Sleepy Joe.
Yeah, I told him
fall off the podium.
Listen. Y'all know how bad. Y'all know they blocked him tonight. They blocked the way. They didn't want him to make it to the motorcade. They blocked this motorcade. They got a gate around. Yeah, they had to early blocked it. Then they had people. They locked up people. People was out in the street blowing. It's been they had a mess going on tonight. They got a big gate around it to keep people from breaking in on it.
Why? I mean, why would they think?
I mean, people tired. I mean, look, people following patterns. Look at what they're doing in Mexico. They drove the
okay.
That's insane.
People. Let me tell you what. People are following suit behind other people. They're looking at, hey, other world leaders. People are tired. People are tired of listen. We are the oppressed. These people who sit in these government positions and who make rules and laws don't look at how they affect the everyday person because it doesn't affect them. There's no way you increase taxes, by 15 or 20%. There's no way you give yourself a 35 or 50% pay raise. There's no way you invoke all of these different things and then it doesn't affect you, because surely you would say, if the tax affect me, I say no to it.
Mm-hmm.
If giving me a raise is going to affect me tax-wise and become a burden, there's no way I'm going to agree to it. But these people are taking money at the expense of it doesn't cost them. To send kids to war, how much does it cost a president, a prime minister? It costs him nothing from his family.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the burden of the taxpayer. It's the taxpayer's children. You know what I'm saying? It's the taxpayer.
Mm-hmm.
It's the taxpayer's money.
Mm-hmm.
So you can invoke a war at any time because it never costs me any money.
Mm.
Until we can get, the debt to become an expenditure to them, a cost effect to them, then you'll never get real resolve for the people. I'm telling you, white, black, Chinese, Mexican, listen, you might not like what I say, but you put me in there, I'm telling you what, I don't need no security. I need just let me wear my own guns. Please don't holler. Smitty, I don't know nobody. I'm just shooting because my life on the line. I gotta protect me. Listen, it won't come from the heart. It's just gonna be, I'm nervous. Don't run up, don't walk up and pat me on the back real fast. I'll be shooting like because right now, I'm looking at right now, I gotta protect myself. And the only person I can trust is me right now. Like Scarface, who do I trust? Me. That's who. But no, I can fix this country. They don't want nobody to fix this country. I make it fair for everybody. Listen, people, it'll be fair. All prisons will have 3 cells.
Preacher, I have a question for you.
Go ahead, I got an answer.
I've been wondering since, I don't know if you're familiar, as people know, I'm from El Salvador. El Salvador was one of the most dangerous countries in the world.
Yes.
And this new president, which I didn't like at the beginning, all of a sudden turned the country around where the country is the safest country in the whole South America. So Latin America, I'm sorry. So I'm just wondering, how can if a president can do that with that country that was so dangerous, and how can not How can it be done, in your opinion? How did he do that? And why is it that other presidents are not doing that?
Because it's money. It's money to be made. Yeah, remember, gangs, listen, that's the only way you can, gangs give you the cover of this. When you fear, people want protection. So what do people do? People fear gangs because gangs will do what? They rape, they destroy neighborhoods, they're violent, they rob, they kill. So then the people want what? You want the government. You need the government to come in to give you some type of security. So this is what you use when you want people to demand more government. Mm-hmm. People feel safer when people feel more lax and people are doing well, then it's hard to try to sell them government. Mm-hmm. This is how you move drugs. This is how you move guns. This is how you get other countries toppled. You know what I'm saying? You get third world countries you watch, just like El Salvador. El Salvador doesn't even rank when it comes down to economies. Most of these countries don't Honduras. They don't even rank in the top 50, 100s. So what do? You can always get guns and bullets, but you can't get food. Mm-hmm. You can't get education. You can't get proper medical care. But amazingly, these people get guns and they have ammunition. And by the tons, constantly shoot up. So you got to actually notice they never have a revolver, a 38 or a 22. They always have assault rifles with banana clips. You know what I'm saying? Shoot multiple rounds. They got, guns that strap in on top of vehicles. You ask yourself, how in these countries, almost third world countries, how do you get these guns?
My country was considered.
And
now all of a sudden, you should see it. We run with Bitcoin. Yeah. The airport is gorgeous. And all of a sudden, the country looks unrecognizable. Yeah. But it was a third world country like 4 years ago.
Wow. It's time for a change. But that president, he won't last long. Just like Dolce didn't last long over in over in the Philippines when he was killing them drug dealers. Mm-hmm. When they put him in, he told him, he said, drug dealer, I kill him. And listen, America, other countries fought with him, telling him he couldn't do that. He said, why I couldn't do it? He told him how he shot one. He said, I took my gun, my 9mm. He said, I loaded. He said, I shot him, I killed him. Representative for the president, they came and they said, first of all, they said, no, he doesn't know what he's saying, okay? He didn't do that. He said, yes, I do. He said, I know what I'm saying. He said, listen. He said, I take my gun, I load up. He said, they raped the woman. He said, I took my gun. He said, I shot. I think I'm trying to, not verbatim, I'm trying to remember, he shot him, he unloaded, he put a clip in it. He said, I cannot lie. He said, that's what I did. But they were trying, because he got a lot of flack from a lot of world leaders saying he can't do that. You cannot execute. He was like, why not? He said, these people are drug dealers. These people are murderers. They fought him until they got him out of office. You don't even hear about him anymore.
For him, I don't know if you heard, you reminded me of what he's done, because he created a jail system where they literally give them rice and salt, a tortilla and salt. They have them working, and it's like the country has no gang members. There's not one, and if they find out there's one, they'll arrest them immediately. Yeah. So he created such a disciplined, I don't know, system. It's insane to me. I couldn't believe it when I went. I had to go for medical stuff on I was like, this is not my country. Completely different.
And every country can do it, sweetie. It's all about what they want to do. But again, there's more money in bad than there is good.
Yes.
People don't want to. There's
so sad.
People don't want to make an honest dollar. People would rather take, kill, rape, lie, and then go on the cover of looking like help. Mm-hmm. It's easier for people to do it. You need people to fear. They need gangs.
That's so sad.
These gangs never go up here and try to take over America, take over the American government. These people they work with the DEA, they work with the CIA, they work with all these different entities. They work with these people. They keep these people on payroll. These people can do some of their dirt. When they need to topple government, listen, ISIS was created by the United States. Mm-hmm. A lot of the Taliban, a lot of these people are created and funded by the United States. All these people were funded by them. Mm-hmm. They create your monsters. Okay, where did Freddy Krueger come from? What black community? What Hispanic community? White America. They made it. Nightmare on Elm Street. Where did it come from? Mm-hmm. China. They create your horror. They create your heroes. Superman, Wonder Woman. What color are these people?
Mm-hmm.
All your heroes, they create your fears, your phobia, they create your heroes. They create your ailments and your illnesses. COVID-19, people panic. You picked up, I'm sure you picked up more clients during COVID-19 than any other time.
Yes, I was making money. A lot of money.
Yeah, hand over foot. Listen, they constantly keep telling people today, listen, you're suffering from COVID. The kids are behind in school. You know, they tell them you're a COVID kid. You're a victim. 4 years later, 5 years later, you still a victim of COVID. I had COVID twice and ain't a victim. Why can't I be a COVID victim and I stop paying my mortgage? You stop charging me mortgage. Stop charging me for my automobile insurance and my automobile payment. I'm a victim of COVID because they use what's convenient at the time. You give people their psychosis. That's why I try to encourage people to become thinkers. You can't allow these people to get in your head and create your fear and your phobias. They'll hold you back. They'll tell a kid, listen, it's because you have something going on at home. You come out of a single parent home and it causes a learning disability. That has nothing to do with a child learning disability. The type whether they came out a 1 or 2 parent home. It has something to do with the system. It has to do with the child, whether or not they have a retention level or if a child wants to do it.
Yeah,
I assure you, there are a lot of kids came out of a single parent home that have done very well, better than kids that come out of 2 parent homes.
True.
But they sell people on what? They sell the black race on why? It's because we don't have fathers in the home. It's because we don't have. I mean, we keep using these excuses to after a while we bought them. This is not new. We didn't have fathers in the home from slavery. They would take the child and sell the child from the parent. These were 6-year-old kids being reared in slavery with no parent, and still they made it. So why did they need some kind of psychological help? They were in worse condition than we are today. They pacify the kids, and then when you take it away from them, you give them strictness, it kills them. Schools now are trained away. A kid can only be suspended 10 times in the school year. After that, you can't suspend them anymore.
So they get to stay?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
They don't get suspended 10 times.
They won't. You can only suspend them for 10 days. After that, they cannot be suspended.
So what happens after?
You said 10 times.
What 10 times? What 10 times?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
10 days. 10
if
days.
If they can spend it 10 times, they need to be in jail.
10 days. I'm sorry. 10 times, still 10 times. You do it in 3 times you want. Anyway, 10 times.
Out of school suspension.
They do it in 1. So that's it. After that, you cannot suspend them. They're out of school anymore. Because they look at parents and saying this, I got to work. So they need to keep the kid at school so the parent can work. There has to be a different program. The program we currently have now is a failing program. It's not helping our kids. And for some reason, people want to feel better about their kids when there needs to be more discipline implemented. When we took away discipline, I agree. There are some parents that over-discipline their children.
Yes.
And I mean, even to dangerous feet. When it comes to discipline, it needs to be controlled. I agree with that. It needs to be controlled, but there definitely needs to be discipline when it comes down to a child.
I agree. Yes.
That's part of it. They say, oh, you can't teach a child anything about women. I beg to differ. A child needs to understand there are consequences when you make decisions. I think that talking should go right hand in hand with discipline. I think that we did a lot of discipline, but we didn't do a lot of explanation. I can look at now looking at I feel like I did a great job, a good job as a father. Knowing what I know now, I think I go back and do a better job because I can see now where getting them to assess situations. Punishment at the same time, let's look at what's our course of action from this point. I think that has to be, I think we have to get the child down to recognize. Even if the child doesn't pull through and do it, at least we need to know they can recognize. I don't think we have kids to a point to where they can recognize their faults or their defects and being able to come up with a plan to counteract that behavior or counteract the situation. I think it helps them to learn how to problem solve. We didn't teach kids how to problem solve. We taught kids how to create problems. I see Andrew say, I appreciate you, Andrew. He said, I appreciate you. And these great ladies, I got some help on her today. Because Dr. Love Doctor, we're not buying that. Stassi, if you had to give some advice on relationships, let me ask you this. Okay, let's do this. I want her to wake up. Let me ask this. Your mic down. Stassi, you got to answer this for me, okay? What would you advise a young woman or a young man that was interested in approaching a young lady or a young man, or were interested in starting a relationship? What would you suggest as far as what to look for or how to approach? Either or, if that kind of listening.
In general, obviously, I'm like, it depends on, some of the foundational pieces I feel like go for both male and female, but you need to look for someone that wears turtlenecks. Shades.
All right, y'all. Hey, I'm going. I'm going. Cut the show. Take me off.
Keep my camera. Go ahead.
Take me off.
Unplug mine.
I gotta go.
Unplug mine.
Hey, y'all ain't even right. Look at them. They ain't right. They ain't right out here. These folks ain't right. Y'all ain't trying to be serious. Y'all ain't trying to be serious.
I think that's called individuality. That's what she likes.
Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
You need to look for somebody with a turtleneck. I'm simply like, okay, we going. We didn't look.
We're not asking you who is your preferred.
Yes.
We didn't ask you.
Did she actually go down?
That was not the question.
No. You remember, Ra, you said somebody married their patient. I said everybody married their patient.
There you go.
Everybody.
Yeah,
That's right there.
He's trying to marry her. Look at Boston has unplugged his computer. He's gone.
He wasn't shocked.
He's blown away. He got to get it together.
No, but in general, no. Like seriously, I would recommend obviously somebody with some type of like stability in terms of like finances, mental, emotional. Definitely someone that can have a conversation, that got some sense. You can hear their mindset, how they think. Someone that is, I don't know, like just a genuine person, right? A genuine person, someone that you can trust, you can be transparent with, someone that is direct and holds you accountable. You can see that they're disciplined, good decision maker. There's a lot of things, I could say.
I see his forehead wrinkle. He's saying, she see all that in me?
He's in shock. He's in shock, preacher.
You know what she's saying? She gonna dump me. She looking for this guy. That's good. But a lot of people, I don't think a lot of people date people from the standpoint of, really looking at where a person's mental cognizance, I think is very important, because it'll play a lot on whether there's stability. How does a person handle pressure is important. Whether or not a person is a quitter, a person having logic, because sometimes people can do things that are not logical. Even if you do, because we all prone to do some things sometimes, you have to go back, reassess it. That's what logic is. A lot of people think, well, I'm logical, so I don't make bad decisions. I think logic comes in to really prove itself that when things happen, those inopportune situation, or those situations that come up at those various times, being able to have the logic to sit down to see how to move from here is important. I don't think a lot of times when people date that people actually have those conversations and get to that point on, really, I don't know, because you really can't just get a situation, maybe create a situation, but I think that's important, that when something goes horribly wrong, what do we do? What do you do? Because some people will fold up, shut down, no communication, and it'll be a while before they come out. How well you rebound, how well do you rebound is important. I think those are things. You two ladies, what do y'all think about that?
I agree. problem solving, like Love Doctor would say.
That's important. You know, whether people believe it or not.
Taking
Love
notes.
Doctor, if you had to give some advice on a young man that was thinking about approaching a young lady, thinking about engaging in the situation, what would be your advice to him if he asked you?
If he's thinking about approaching the situation,
Getting involved in a
relationship
with a young lady.
I tell him to go for it. If he's thinking about it, he definitely should go for it. You know, in addition to that, I think it's a good idea for, you know, the gentleman to really consider himself trying to position himself so that he can be a compass, or that he can be a role model. He can be someone who, you know, if a woman can freely put her confidence in him, you know. So make certain he wants to exude whatever those qualities is, and also make certain that he doesn't become the person that he doesn't want to attract, you know.
That's true. A lot of times, what you said is key. I think sometimes people in life, Tula, you can chime in as well. I think sometimes people will look for someone of a high caliber or set a high standard, but they themselves aren't measurable by the same. You know what I'm saying? They're like just like using a woman for instance. You know, I want a man, he need to make this, and he need to drive that, he needs to have, and he got to be able to take me, and he got to be able to go. And then you got to ask her. So in return, I remember years ago, I talked with the singer, sister, we used sister back then, and had some standard of like, had to make 135, had to weigh 225, 215, 6'2", couldn't eat any candy bars. If he ate one candy bar, he was not serious. It was on high standards. Range Rover, had to drive this stuff. And you know, and I had to come back and I had to bring it to practicality, saying, okay, let's look at this. Let's go with the 135. Let's go with the 225. Let's go with the no eating candy bar. Let's go to Range Rover. What do you think he wants?
The same.
What do you? Yeah, you thinking if I'm saying I'm this 135 guy, you know what I'm saying? I'm this 225 weighing. I'm this, you know, no eating candy bar guy, serious about my health. What is he in turn looking for? And that's when we got stuck right there. Because a lot of times people put things out on, oh, you know, I want. I remember a young lady I knew, and her dream guy every time she wanted to talk, no friends I had unless curly hair. It was, yeah, she was a friend of a girl, baby. Curly hair, light skinned, and green eyes. That was her end. Listen, that's it. Every time. She got him too. She got a friend of mine. I knew him. We were from elementary. And he walked that behind up real good too. He tore that behind up too. I ain't talking about sexual either. She got her curly hair and her green eyes, and she got the fishes and all with it. Yeah, he dead now. But you see what I'm saying? Sometimes when you set out things, I think a person has to be practical and not just leave it to hair texture and an eye color. And you really got to look at the character. It's beautiful if you can find somebody that meet all those measurements, but I think more than anything, it has to be making sure a person's complete character-wise. Tuli, what about you? Tell me what you were looking for.
I want to know what Tuli was looking for when she found you.
What was I looking for? I wasn't looking for
when he found you.
The net thing under your Yahushua.
I was not looking for a man when I found him. That's just the truth. I was not.
What was in your list?
I didn't have a list. Seriously, I honestly didn't. I did not. Even when I told my mom, she was like, "You said you didn't want to ever get married." And I said, "I didn't. That was not my thing to get married. It wasn't my thing to have children." But I was not looking for Tony. Not for nothing.
Let's look at this now. Let's look at that. So when you met Tony, when Tony came to you, what happened now?
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that, Tuli.
We're gonna do this, y'all. Let me ask y'all something. Therapist, this is what we're gonna do right now. We finna do this for real. We just talk about this. You know what I'm saying? So what do we got going on here? What are we calling this right now? I wasn't looking for Tony. I wasn't looking. No, I went. Now tell about when Tony came up to you and introduced himself.
Tony, that doesn't mean that I wanted you like that. Anyway, I did. I approached him. So if it's something, I mean, it was just. I did. I approached him. I definitely approached him.
That's not what they think around. Ask the therapist.
I know. I believe it. I knew he was scared to approach women. I knew it. I could spot these guys from a mile away. I could spot him out a mile away. I approach him. Look. Two coming out. Go ahead. Talk to him. Go ahead. Let's talk.
That's right, Wayne. You're right. He was acting all scared.
He was shy. He was shy, Tuli.
Yeah, behind his friend, looking at me.
By myself. Was not thinking about her whatsoever. Didn't even know who she was.
Why would I approach you?
Did I know who you were?
Yeah, you knew I was. Please, don't do that. Yeah, don't do that.
Look at the man just said. He said, "That's tight. That's your husband, and you're wrong. That's tight."
What that mean?
See that? Listen. So let me ask y'all something. As therapists, so what are we going to do when we clearly see there's a clinical problem here? There's definitely a problem with reality. We just diagnosed the white woman. Now we're gonna let this sister get away with it, right?
Tony, I wasn't thinking about you like that. Not like that. It was just.
Okay, let's look at it. Ask them that.
Really, their jacket.
Okay, do this. Let's do this. Can you please ask them? Say, y'all be honest with me. Is there something wrong with my story right now? Something wrong with me? Just ask them.
I can't tell it because you keep interrupting. I'm not. You have
Ooh, sassy. Ooh.
I want to know what attracted her from Tony and what did she say to him when she approached him?
Okay, so I'm gonna get to the story. He had a nice jacket on, a coat. It was I want to say velvet coat, I guess. Not velvet. I
don't do that. It was not. It was suede. Please don't do that.
It had different colors, little patches or whatever. That ain't what your mama said.
She hadn't seen the coat.
So anyway, the coat, it was really nice. And I was telling my friend, I said, "Oh, that's a nice coat." So I went up to him and I said, "I like your coat. You got a nice coat."
Hold on, stop for a second. Is that what you said, or you sent your friend on me and me?
Oh, my
friend. We just see that makes you. You know, you sound like when you jogging at night, where you usually go out with your friends, and that night you went out jogging by yourself.
It was a horrible night.
It was a horrible night.
That was over 30 years. Over 30 years ago.
I still remember. Listen. I'm a victim. I can remember the trauma.
Anyway, so what did she? Did she ask you? You tell the story then, Tony.
We know. Listen, I didn't know she existed. I didn't know who she was. Okay.
She said, for real?
Well, for real, I didn't know who you were. Seriously, I did. I done told you that 100 times. My story had changed.
All right, perfect stranger. Go ahead.
He was a square. I didn't know you.
I didn't know that. You had to know me to know that.
Dwayne, once I met you, I realized you was a square. That's why I never seen you.
All right, Tony, go ahead. You fall in love with strangers. Go ahead. Tell the story.
Who said I fell in love with you? Listen, hold on. Are y'all serious? Y'all gonna see him? What is y'all? Let's. I see it. No, she see her saying, "This is definitely. I see it's a problem here."
Go ahead, tell the story.
Look at Stassi. Ask Stassi. Stassi, what you think about her story? Don't forget. Oh, hold on, listen. Oh, that's a really nice coat. I didn't want him. I wasn't looking for him. Oh, that's a really nice coat. Go get his phone number. Why don't you say go get the coat?
Because you weren't giving it to me. Go ahead.
He had a coat. Listen, I put that coat on Bryce years ago. I had cut his hair. He was like 7 or 8. I put that coat on him. I said, walk in and let your mama see it. She just stole it. I said, yep, that coat that stole your mama. I used to go fishing that coat. That was a nice one. I wore some nice stuff, so you know.
Okay. Go ahead and tell the story.
Choosing lovers. Yeah. Listen, she sent a friend over to me. She said, hey, my friend wants your number. I was like, what? I looked down like, who? She said, I said, Paul thing. Look how she looked. Yeah, I said, Paul thing. Right? I said, I'm like,
is she sleep? I ain't got time for this.
Okay, okay. Well, go ahead and tell them what I made up. Tell them what I made up. I'm sorry. What?
She'll turn on me though.
No, okay. Who's gonna turn on you?
My friend.
Who is your friend?
My friend.
Yeah, why would y'all turn on her, Stassi? Joe, why would y'all turn on her?
Hold on, let me call her.
She gonna call her friend.
It's 10:30.
Oh, she's gonna call her friend. Watch this.
We're calling her friend. Ooh, this is getting interesting.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's go. She go ahead and tell about it.
She done muted her phone trying to go ahead and
her pride is letting I know. Hold on.
Yeah, trying to get the conversation right.
Can you hear?
Hey,
hold on.
What are they saying?
What do you think we're saying?
I can't hear nothing. I mean, I was just called out the blue, you know.
Well, come to the black. Since you were called out the blue, come to the black.
Okay. Well, I would like to come to the black and know what I'm coming to. So what are we talking about? What's going on?
Wait a minute. I'll give you a link.
Okay.
Yeah, get the link. Come on the show.
Hold on.
Oh God, what is that? Who is it?
This is the love doctor. We talking about love.
I'm playing game.
Yeah, if he talking about love, you know it is.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm about to send this to you.
Okay. Hold on.
So you do the right thing.
Okay, I'm about to hang this up so you can get on that.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, let's see. She gonna holler. You hear that? She gonna turn on me. How's she gonna turn on you?
Cause you gonna make her.
I'm not gonna make her turn on you. How am I gonna make her turn on you? All she gonna do is just tell her part. Just say, listen, this is what them.
What's she at?
Go home. Basha and Stassi, you fell off. What happened? You need to come and clinically down. She did bye. Oh, we appreciate you coming. She had to go. Well, we definitely appreciate you coming on here and helping to keep Love Doctor straight. He was so nervous. He was nervous to death on that too. And go home.
He was so nervous. But she thinks you're a genius, and that's a plus, Love Doctor.
We're gonna get us some help. We're gonna get that color. Oh, here we go.
Look at my avatar too.
Your avatar look crazy.
My name ain't no Shay. Yeah, I had that cam. Y'all can't. What's hey? What's up?
Hey.
Oh,
look at our avatar. What our avatar doing? Let's bring that
up. Minister, mind your business.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Okay.
Listen, go ahead. Tell them what happened. She got something she's gonna ask. You go ahead and tell
her.
Okay. Now go ahead.
Anyway, when I met Tony, tell me what happened. Tell them what happened.
I mean, wait a minute. Be clear as to what you want me to really say.
Yeah,
I want the truth. Say the truth.
Yes, just say the truth.
Say it like a T.I. is.
You want to know how they met?
Yep. Yes. I want to know how they met. Yep.
And what happened? What did she say to him?
If she said something.
She didn't say. It was him.
Are you serious? Kim, never happened. You
wait a minute. Hold on, because come on now. I am 52. Hold on. But first of all, it was at church. I will say that.
Yes, it was.
Now.
Hold on. You was at church?
Yes. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell the truth.
You wasn't no fun. I knew you went back that life. He
was going back to church. He said that story before.
He was at church, and he was not a church guy. Okay, he was a street church going man. And and I remember you were with somebody, right? Is that what okay? So I said I'm gonna tell y'all want me to tell the story, right?
Kim, did I know Tawanya? Did I know she existed?
Yes, you knew she existed because first of all, we were buzzing around you. She's gonna make it known. She's gonna make it known.
I didn't know she existed, and you came to me and asked me for my number for your friend. Remember?
Now that is true, Tawanya. I did.
I know. I agree with that.
Now I remember because you had on that Belle Biv DeVoe like jacket, whatever.
Keep it up. Where you at right now? That jacket was hidden.
He said the Belle Biv DeVoe jacket. Wow.
Okay.
Hilarious.
And so it took off from there though. I remember. And it was so wild.
And she listen, go ahead and tell him she was head over heels about me. Go ahead and tell him. Go ahead and tell him.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and tell the Kim.
Wanya, you were. You were gone. I didn't get it. I couldn't get it. I couldn't. What? I ain't never. Hell no. Oh, I'm not from the church. Sorry, yeah. Because I thought you were insane.
Insane?
Yes.
How was I insane?
No, Tawanya was insane.
Yes, she is. Listen, I had that kind of magnetism.
I don't know what happened, but I don't know what it was. But y'all was something else. Y'all could have been the Bobby and Whitney without the violence.
Wow. Wow.
Without the violence and the cocaine, baby, because
how you know she went on cocaine?
My friend wasn't on no daggone cocaine. Now listen,
so you saying
is this being recorded? Because that's a lie.
Listen, yes, she was. Listen,
I was with her every day of her life until she married you. By the way,
when she got that
took her from me.
She had white powder on her nose one time.
No, ever, never. She never.
She was. Listen,
she was a good girl, and I'm for real. You were Bobby Brown, and she wouldn't because you were street, and my friend was not street.
I told her she was a square. Listen, she gonna talk to her. You don't know my portfolio. I told her, I said, I didn't know you.
Somebody said it's a lot. Are we being? Are people listening? Because I don't want to say the wrong thing. Now,
people. Ain't nobody
listen. Just tell the truth. Just speak the truth.
Folks know all my business anyway, thanks to him. So they don't know.
It's a real good. You could be like the Risa Tisa almost, except for it was successful. Because now I'm thinking about it. It was a whirlwind. You know, I'm gonna give her a good memory where I really thought Tawanya was this. I knew she really loved you. We getting our nails done, and she was like she was crying or something. I said, "What is wrong with you?" Because that's how she's dramatic. I love him, girl.
She was in love.
I was like, why? What for? They would get on my nerves.
Listen.
Took my best friend. That was my bestie.
And listen.
Is my best. You took her.
I brought her to Monkey Bar Clay.
You've been saying that for 30, 40 years.
Yeah, listen, I did. When I got that girl, she know how to put on shoes. She know how to touch them. I said, slow down. Take your time. I'm not going nowhere. It was just so much. She was just.
Yeah. You would be in jail right now if it weren't for Twain.
What?
Yeah. Yes, you would. You would not be on the trajectory, the path that you're on if you wouldn't have got with her. Now, come on now.
What?
You would have still been at McAfee. McAfee, Twain, what's the name of the park? We used to go see him at. What's the park? We used to go see Tony. We used to stalk him at. What's the name of the park?
Go ahead and tell. Yeah, she stalked me. Y'all didn't know about that. Yeah, listen. She tried to play that role with y'all.
If you mind, you mind.
And that's what her friends too. Listen, she gonna stalk me. I ain't even, in that type of relationship with her. She gonna stalk her friends.
See that? Listen, she would have stalked me too. Listen, y'all don't know what I had to go through. People don't listen. She just played that sweet innocent, just sit back like she done that. Listen, she was head over heels crazy about me.
She won you. When I tell you she fought for you and got you, and I'm still like, what for? To today?
She was writing.
Why? What's the reason?
Yes, because she wrote that check. You know why?
Nigga, what? No idea.
She didn't catch all her pay. She didn't catch on her check. All of her check. Here you go. When I'm gonna finally pay y'all? I said, let's talk about it about 35, 36 years. We'll see. She got 6 more.
You are my friend.
You got to fight for your man, girl. You fought for your man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Her son getting here by now. Go ahead and tell. Also, he can tell them.
These babies don't need to know their mama like this now.
They didn't know their mama. He didn't
wow.
See, she was stalking. Tell her, say your dad didn't know she existed. She just kept on. I had to go there and finally had to say, yeah, you know, she gonna tell Thompson, no, what it was, I didn't want him. I wasn't thinking about him. I said, that's a really nice jacket. I said, are you serious?
Yes. Yeah, it was that jacket that you wore every Sunday, every time we saw you. I said,
it was not. I had
yes, it was. Yes, it was. How do I remember it to today?
I want to see this jacket. I want to see this jacket.
I want to see the jacket too.
Y'all, it was like if I could. You remember Martin? Is it Martin or Will Smith? It's some Letterman jacket they used to wear back.
No, it was
it's
not.
On the
No,
Martin.
it was a suede jacket. It was a line color, burgundy. Yeah,
burgundy, purple, blue, and yellow. It was some block colors.
Right. The jacket was nice. And what was in the jacket? Listen, she seen the wrapper and she saw the goodie inside the jacket. She said,
"The what?
The goodie inside the jacket." She said,
"We had our own life going on.
We did. We were having some good fun. That's why I pissed to the date.
Wow.
I ain't lying about that one. Took my friends. Ooh, we were having fun. That's why I kept saying, "What is the problem?"
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
we was on our way.
Tony getting on my nerve. I was saying Tony getting on my nerve.
Was it Tony getting on your nerve or Tawanya talk about Tony?
But it was probably both. But don't act like you cheated when you over and then you went crazy too. Don't act.
Oh, no, it was Tawanya. Tawanya, listen, Tawanya. Listen, I went on Tucker. She like, listen, I ain't got no life without you.
Oh my God.
She said, yeah. She said, please help me.
Please.
She said, I'm a failing diva. I need help. Come and get me.
You used to call us the funky divas.
Oh, child. I told her, I said, funky, that means it need to be washed.
That was not what it meant.
Yeah, when you said, whoa, that smell funky. That means you need to clean it.
You have always been obsessed with smells and what is up with you in that? I'm sorry, I almost said it,
How's your, we have a therapist on the show if you need some help.
I do. I might need to get that number.
I know that. Right. She is legally crazy. By the way, it's definitely legally.
No, I haven't. I'm just a little different. But yeah, she won you for real, literally, and you took her, and you literally snatched her away.
Oh.
Life.
I was hurt. I was mad and hurt, y'all.
I did have life. I don't know what he always tell people that I was a square.
Tawanya was the it girl. Now hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't forget them other letters in front
was
of them.
Tawanya fast in track? She told me she ran track and field. Was
she
was
good?
good?
Yeah, she was athletic. That's why I said he messed
Look
her
at
up.
her.
He done messed her up. She used to wear her little boots, her riding boots, and white tight jeans, and we'll be out in the streets, and then he come now, wrapped all up. Let me get out the I'm getting mad. I'm mad about it.
You know what? I found a picture of that jacket that you like.
Let me see.
You got a picture of the
I found
jacket?
a picture. Are you able to see the pictures?
Let me see.
Let's see.
Oh, she crazy.
They got a picture of the jacket.
This right here, we got a special private eye detective behind the scenes. They found the picture of the jacket.
Let me see.
All right, we're going to go ahead and load it up. There we go. Bam. Look at that.
No, that's not the jacket.
I remember that. I remember something else about that. You remember something else about that picture and the situation going on?
Look at listen.
Wow,
this picture has a story.
I was at a concert. No.
But Tawanya, was there not matching coats like that used to press around?
Yep.
Oh my God.
You don't remember that?
That is not the coat. That is not
Tony,
the coat.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, look at it.
Tony.
No, that church boy, Tony, look at it.
I was at a Levert concert and
that vegan leather jacket, that vegan fur jacket.
That was silk. That was a silk. That was silk suit. The green. That was silk.
No. Oh yeah, the suit probably was silk.
Yeah, no, the coat was not. The coat was really leather.
When Ties and Osmonds, look, Tony, when Ties and Osmonds was y'all, you thought you were the bomb right then.
Listen, I come around. Listen, they had all eyes on me when I come around now.
There you go, Pimp Tony.
Listen. Kim, by the time I was a hockey, listen, they were looking, boy. They looking, they said, that's a good one now.
Oh my God.
They were looking, they could see it, they could see it. They said that man gonna be somebody.
We didn't know you was this crazy though. That's what got me.
What? Crazy. I was sensible, logical, helpful. Nice and polite.
Yeah, when he had that tank top on and we were singing.
I'm sorry, y'all. Now see, that was an indication right there, and that's why you say for what? What
are you serious? Listen, I let the guy wear a tank top. I remember my mama said that. She said, "Oh my God." She said, "Oh my God."
I didn't get it then, but
the women weren't complaining.
What women? Hold on.
They were not complaining.
Listen, I don't think you had time for other women because my friend was on you like white on rice, baby.
Tell them about it. Stalking me. Go ahead and tell them.
No, she was just on.
You hear that? Pray. Remember that time he prayed and my family was there.
Remember I said I had the whole family down there crying. Ken, when you down there praying? When you down there crying too?
I doubt it.
You could have been.
Now I doubt if I was down there crying. I probably was looking like.
You remember all over down there? That when Mika came out down there. Mika wanted to get her life right.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that. And Daddy glasses was falling.
Oh, go ahead and tell them. I prayed the whole family with two.
Oh, they done joined and got saved. But you know what? It. First of all,
Mika had them doodle braids back then. She had them doodle
Mika
braids.
Alone.
Look at them.
Nah,
why was that Bravo bringing them out? Look at a steel fan.
But what made you? I remember, like, what changed? What took you from? What's the part?
For what?
That we used to go. You know, he was working at the park he was working.
Right.
On McAfee.
Park, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't McAfee. That was on Glenwood.
No, we used to go to McAfee to see you. What's the name of the shiny? What's the name of the park?
Glenwood. One on McAfee. It was on Glenwood.
Okay, what's the name of the park?
Glenwood Park.
No, Tawanya, what is over there by you on McAfee and Candler? Tony, we used to come see you over there playing basketball.
That was Glenwood. That was coming down. If you come over there,
thank you, Glenwood.
Okay.
You don't got so old you can't remember where
now
you went.
That might be the truth, Brian.
That is.
Old, bold, and cold, baby. But
listen. She had to come and watch me.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and tell them. Yeah, listen, her friend was in love with me.
I don't know what happened, but you know, you won. You won, Carl.
You won.
That was rough, right there.
That was rough. Listen, she saw good one. She
on
said, listen,
me.
She said, I ain't gonna be able to do no better than this. This is how I'm be able to go.
Is that what it was?
That's what she said. She said she couldn't go no higher. She said, this is how I'm gonna go. She know, listen, when I used to take out her nose used to bleed. I said, I'm like, what's wrong with your
Whoever
nose?
Derek Lawson is, he thought he would run the thing back then.
Like he was, listen, you know who was Derek. Then he was listen. Smitty was out there. Look how Raha started in a laundromat with a changing counter with a Colombian tournament.
That's what that picture looking like.
Listen, I did my thing out there. I did my thing out there.
What's the name of that daggone park? It had the pool.
What a pool?
Y'all, come on. Y'all don't. I know what I know. Let me. Y'all talk about something. I'm finna do research.
You need to because we don't know what you're talking about right now.
Oh, a park with a pool back then?
She probably in the early stage of
you know,
in the early stage
that lake, you know,
McAfee had that curly hair and good conversation.
That's it. Listen.
No, I don't know. I think he was just tall. I think that's what it was. I don't know because I don't know what the conversations were.
What? She'll tell you. Listen, that's what got her. She looked.
It was not.
You know what your friends tell me, Kim? You made me feel so wonderful. You help encourage me. Ask her that she'll tell me that, Kim. Ask her.
The latter part sound like her, but the first part I don't know. Twain, please stop doing that. That's just embarrassing. You've been embarrassed.
You know, hooking real.
Yep, you know, you was being worked and you didn't even know it, baby.
Wow.
Listen.
I'm serious. You didn't even know you was in a relationship and you was in one. That's why I used to be late. You was in a relationship before you knew it.
I know that, right? She stalked me.
That man is mine. Look at it now, 30 years later.
Ask her what your mama tell you, Twain, when you tell your mom your time. What she told you?
You said you ain't gonna get married. You don't want no children.
Okay, what your mama told you about me?
Yeah, she's talking about so that what that boy want with you? He got a girlfriend. He said,
yes, that's why I'm waiting on y'all to bring that up. So that was the best part. That was the best.
Listen. I told these people, listen. I was busy. I was working, but you know what? I was at a point in my life where
we got rid of her quick fast.
yeah. But you know what?
We had to get rid of her, so
but
this
you know
could
what?
be fulfilled.
Wow, hilarious!
I was really looking at change. Look at now, paid in full. Listen, they'll tell you. Listen, I talking about listen. When I used to go over there, I was at Ears. Listen, I used to have mothers would come up to me and call me over to introduce me to their daughters and tell their daughter about this. I was like, excuse me. They're like, this is my daughter right here. I'm trying to figure out, okay. I'm kind of lost on what they wanted. It's like, I tell them, I said, well, I have a girlfriend. Listen, this is the mother.
Who were you talking about though when you saying you had a girlfriend? Because baby,
that was before your friend came in and still did. I mean, it would just come to me. Listen, this was serious. They would just come to me. The mothers would come to me. Can you imagine? I'm sitting here. The mothers would come to me and say,
church, ain't nobody heard nothing about it.
I was about to say, were there witnesses to this?
Listen,
I can't see.
Hot come out. Listen. When I used to walk around, put my ties in there. They had them little bit of envelope. They be the small envelope. You remember a small tie envelope? There, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
I put that big. Kim, you remember? They you talk about that, Kim.
First of all, you could put 10 ones and stuff it in there a little bit.
That's what I do. 10-1 and 10.
Wow, she's hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Kim, did you used to know about used to put an envelope in there?
Say it again. I'm sorry.
Did you used to know I used to put an envelope in there?
I used to see you walk around with that
listen, they see that envelope, them tickets, they say, thank you. Listen, they be excited they see me put that envelope in there. But I walk around and listen, I would walk around, put my ties in him, put my offering in him. Listen, a woman will grab my hand, I'm walking back down the aisle, grab my hand and I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking, trying to figure out what they said. Call me. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Listen,
look at him come out. Yeah, wow is right, because do you have any witnesses to this?
Yes, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, I was a hot commodity. So when Tawanya came along, see, I was already at one of them point in my life anyway. I really wasn't even looking at relationships because I had too many relationships. Really, I wasn't. I was at a point in my life where I was looking at, I was trying to transition out of the life I was living in.
Yeah.
I want to start looking at doing things differently and going a different route. So she came at a time where, she was begging, she was paying, she was hurting, she needed teaching.
Who are you talking about?
What you talking about? I'm talking about your friend.
My friend didn't pay nothing.
Yeah. Better go back and tell her pull her check. Bank of America, the man with Bank South, better go to Bank South.
Are you
huh?
Don't be putting that out here on this good radio world. Now that's a lie.
Exactly. We just talked. I had going on. You would not. You trust me. I had my own life.
Right. You might have been a part of the stable, baby. Don't get beside yourself.
You know what? A thoroughbred always gonna stand out. Listen.
Well, you won. You won. Okay.
Right.
You.
Joe, what they tell you when your mama tell you what that boy want with you? That boy, her mama looked at, she said, that boy that's going places. You just a diva.
She was trying to get my
her mama looked and realized that is way over her head.
No,
I don't see that. What that meant when your mama asked you what that boy want with you?
Because you old. And she's younger than you. Okay?
Are you serious?
And my friend was sweet and pure like a flower. And we knew you was a street ninja.
Wither flower.
You was a street ninja and my friend was pure and whole and sweet and kind and green. And here you come.
I told her she was a square.
Now she wasn't no square, but
she was a square.
Not a square. I was not a square.
You should be paying me because you took my friend.
Yeah, should be.
Yes, my dog. The world wouldn't
pay me. Listen, she'd have had y'all down and she'd have had that little weed. Tell them about when y'all went to Bahamas, her little weed fell down out there.
We had a good time. It wasn't in Bahamas, but that is a classic one. We have some Wanya stories in our friend group.
Yeah.
She's brought us so much joy over the years.
What about
over
her
the
weave
decades, I
now?
mean.
Jamming. I was jamming.
She was jamming like she always thinks
Nigga,
she's
still
done, but she be
can't
jamming.
dance.
She be jamming.
Still can't dance.
She was jamming.
She got that one. That's a saleable.
That Tony, for real. That I laughed so hard that I let loose on myself. That's how hard I laughed at this girl when she thought she was up there jamming Crazy Rock. The whole club was behind her. That's what was killing me. We like, get off the stage. She's like, oh, that hair.
She's still going.
We needed smartphones back then because that was unbelievable. That's just one of those stories. Twain's brought us so much joy.
Pretty. I had so many curls. It was so pretty when I got
I'm gonna try and find a picture one day.
Baby, when I
remember seeing pictures out there that sounds some black and white on the stage up there called herself dancing.
It was green outfit.
And she was green. I feel black. The outfit.
This one was green. I remember because we went to Florida in the same outfit.
She was sick. That girl. Kim is crazy.
Boy, I came out that thing and my hair had just fallen. It was, but the whole club was
me and you know Shanequa Tony, right?
Yes, I remember.
Twain's on the stage just jamming. So we're like motioning. I can't show. I'm in bed, so I can't do the phone. But we're like telling her to come down. She's like, oh, y'all want me to keep going? She thought we were hyping her up, so that made us start laughing so hard. And the more we were trying to tell her, your weave is falling. Come down off the stage. So she got worse and worse when she got to that bathroom. Look at you.
Look at her. No. I've been trying to help.
I could not look like that. I was just crushed. I was so crushed.
Yeah.
I have
sweaty.
But I was in the darn Bahamas. Did I not win a dance contest in the Bahamas?
Yes, you did.
Okay, we tried the Bahamas. What them is What do eating people know about dancing?
What?
No, she won that contest. That was a wine contest.
They were dancing. Them folks, they don't even. How many of them got shoes?
It was people. It
was tourists. Don't do Bahamas like that. I love the Bahamas.
They ain't have shoes either. And there she was. You got her. Nobody else with shoes on.
My friend won.
And they were the people were chocolate burnt up, wasn't it?
No. What?
Okay, everybody was light skinned.
No.
What?
It was a wine contest, and I remember the song too.
A wine contest.
Winding it up, baby.
Oh,
hey.
You know how she got them cheerings. Don't act.
Nigga, she old as death. Them kids adopted. She older than them kids adopted.
Oh God!
You weren't old.
So I went. I've been off.
No.
I've been across the country.
You the one settle her down, okay?
Listen.
And messed up.
Slow me down.
Messed up the Thelma and Louise.
Oh
yeah.
Guess that was good for the world.
You walked on stage and got your way from her. She was breaking down.
Say something. Woo! Yeah, that was
good. That was this. The world. You better be. I'm kind of glad you came along, cause
baby, no.
I don't know. I don't know.
You did.
Probably by now though, for real. We would probably been on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes, we would, and be for real.
And be for real.
Yeah, cause that's some, what's this church? Yeah, that ain't even real Atlanta folks, except for Candy. They don't know nothing about what goes on.
Listen, but these two right here, I helped say that one over there. I still got one more that I got to baptize.
Now, who is that? Oh, never ever.
Come on, here,
that baptism pool will turn into a
they're gonna be smoking.
That's right.
I'm gonna have the deacons to throw ice in there behind you.
Then they gonna come in with me, baby. The deacons gonna get in. Y'all got deacon. Where Mr. Earl at? Now I'm looking for Mr. Earl. Where at? Look at how she done fell out. Baby, where Mr. Earl?
Listen, she's crazy.
Hey, Hey, Minister Tony, where the church members that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out? That's my population. What section they sit in?
You want me sick.
You know, Tony don't even like me coming around.
No, we're gonna baptize you on the 5th Sunday.
Okay, I might come. I might could use a sprinkle.
Yeah, we'll get you out 5th Sunday.
Yeah.
We said we can get you situated.
Bathing suits allowed?
Oh my.
No, the synagogue will never be the same. Turn it out.
Exactly.
You sit down.
Y'all see what happened? Y'all see what I had to fight through, y'all?
That's what
That's what I had to fight through all these years.
You broke it up.
Do you know me and your old wore out friend will be married 29 years next week?
Next when?
Exactly. When we get married, Kim?
Okay, hold on. This is March. Y'all got married in the summer. No, spring, because you were pregnant in the summer, right?
Oh my goodness. She had Bryce in the summer the next year.
Yeah.
She had Bryce June 29th.
It was spring, wasn't it April or something like that?
It was June.
That's what I thought the summer. It was because it was so hot.
Yeah.
That was probably the Lord.
Yeah.
Trying to warn us. Run.
Trying to warn y'all.
Yeah, but it was burning up. That's what I remember at that church.
Yeah, it was. It was
hot.
Yeah, that was at Lucas time. It was hot up now.
Yeah,
who is that? Hey, Andre.
Andrew, no, she crazy. Andrew, don't fool
no, I'm
her.
not Andrew.
Andrew, she crazy. We still trying to her psychiatrist. Four of her psychiatrists committed suicide.
I think I need to pay a visit to the synagogue because I think y'all need a little entertainment.
Girl, you yes.
She's getting already crazy.
I need to come see about me. Who is 1 foot in, 1 foot out? Who is quite not sure about Minister Tony? Sit on the side with me.
That woman is crazy. Y'all see what this woman is crazy. Listen, Kim had been crazy all her life.
Oh gosh.
We gotta love hate. You took my friend.
She is crazy.
All our lives. We have laughed all our
lives.
I mean, how you want to come to America? That has been the core of my life.
Y'all see that?
Well, on for real though. I ain't understand it in the beginning, but I see it now. I see it. And
I was here in the brain.
Y'all are inspiration.
Oh, well, thank you, Kimberly.
You are, especially Huff, because baby, I would have been killed, Tony.
Are you serious?
I would have been fed him the meal of death. What? You know, I'm a nurse and we know how to do stuff. So I would have been done fed you something that you would have never woke up from if it was me. So you did right.
What are you doing? Crazy.
That mouth.
I told you. Look at that. I told you.
Oh, she doesn't mean that, guys. She's just
no, I'm not.
She is crazy.
Actually, Mr. Tony, I both believe her, so we vibe. We vibe.
Yeah, she crazy.
We vibe. No, but I'm for real. Y'all make a beautiful couple. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't see it. I ain't appreciate it, but I do now.
Yeah, listen, I carried a long time.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Yeah, it's a long time. Think be that long. Ooh, time.
That is a long time. So what y'all doing? Y'all throwing a synagogue party? What's going on? We going? Look, are we going out of town? Because I think I need to escort because.
See that what we're doing? Listen, she already got enough stuff, so she don't need nothing else.
What did he say? I ain't see it. I ain't appreciate it. And it's the truth. Big cookie. Nephew. That made me mad. That hurt my heart and took my friend.
Look at that.
And
now she a grandmama.
I know. It's beautiful. So why are you doing it?
Yeah, they call her granny. They need to call her granny.
No.
Call her great granny. Hey, great granny.
I think for her 29th endurance year that she should have a girls trip. A girls trip. You should pay for her so that her friend, we could go on a trip celebrating her enduring these 29 years with you.
What? I'm gonna go on a trip. I'm gonna have her to walk and I'm gonna stick my foot out in front of her. I'm gonna say, here go your trip.
Oh,
That's a trip. Your friend, listen. Your friend, you owe me money for taking care of her.
You taking care of her, that's right. But she has put up with you about, like I said, your hands would have been put on you a long time ago. Choke, hold, something.
What? Give me a sec. This one, listen, totally crazy. These people, why they saying she is crazy? Yes, she is legally crazy, people.
I am, and I will be speaking. Look.
Oh no, she was not. Don't put her I
will come interrupt. Like that woman did, Dr. Umar. You saw how that lady came down there. Yeah. I got something to say.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be nothing like that, but
yeah.
You know.
I didn't hear about that. What a lady interrupted Umar Johnson.
It was too funny.
Said he slept what that
night. You know these folk be trying. Now that's not what I'm gonna do. I just want to interrupt to get the mic. Hey, let's make.
Now what is Umar Johnson? Is he supposed to be a preacher?
No, he just
just a speaker.
Promoting.
I seen my video. I didn't know who he was. I seen I think they got gifts of him or something like that. I sent him a gift.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, sing for us.
Who is this saying the nice lady? They see there. The nice lady must be related to Valra. Who is that?
No, she ain't related. They want me crazy. I ain't got no crazy person in my family.
You better stop.
No.
School psychologist.
No, not this one here. No, this one here. No. This one here. No, I don't see neither psychologist.
Hey, I could talk to somebody. Okay, so that's who Umar is, a Pan-African.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Andre.
He could probably be in a Pan-African. He probably in the skillet. So I heard something about it. He's the person who taking back these young people back to Africa. Concept taking back their roots. I remember hearing about him years ago, teaching them about voodoo, trying to tell them that used to be our original religion before we met the white man. Yeah, I never paid no attention. I never listened to him. I heard about him before with that, with those antics about taking college people. He was really impressing on a lot of college young black kids. And he was taking them back to Africa, teaching them about trying to convince them that voodoo was a religion, that white people taught us voodoo was bad, but that was our religion before we met the white people, which is not true. But I mean, that's what you skip. A lot of these people, you have to watch a lot of these people. A lot of time they do studies, and when they do things, because people have agendas. And a lot of times, that's what you got to watch about these people. They'll come by and they'll swear you all off with these, their antics and conversations, and before you know it, people just fall for things. And of course, the white man, I'm a proponent that the system definitely has worked to disenfranchise the so-called Negro. But a lot of times people use that for an excuse for other behaviors, other antics that they want to try to pull off, and look like they, for the cause of our people. So I don't buy into a lot of these guys. I really don't. Somebody said, what did he put in? What did you put in here? He followed Marcus Garvey's teaching, I think. Yeah, he probably followed something else. I don't know if Garvey ever taught that. I know Garvey was supposed to be teaching African for the Africans, but Garvey, from what I remember, Garvey, I'm not real studious of him, but Garvey teaching one about African for African. He was Jamaican. I still try to get how Jamaicans make African flags, but I'm still confused about a lot of stuff people do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't get it. I mean, it's Jamaican, but they push the African flag and African for African. But you're in Jamaica, once you go back to Africa, I've been honest with y'all. My end, I've been to Africa, and Africa is not the place for us at the time. I don't think it's season for us for Africa. It ain't what you're thinking. People from America going back to Africa and buying into the antics of you just gonna kind of find your way fitting in. Africa has a lot of problems. I think that we can help Africa with some of their problems as they can help us with some things that we need. But Africa is more in need of us than we are in Africa. Africa is rich in resources. You look at just like in the Congos, most people don't know the Congos in minerals, just in minerals, they said about $37.5 trillion. This is why the white man constantly keep them destabilize the Congos. And, this is just one country. You're talking about $37.5 trillion. That's in minerals, resources. So, but look at how they living. Look at how destabilized their governments are. So a lot of times people of color think they're gonna run back and they're gonna get this black pride, love, reception. It ain't what you're thinking. I've been there. It ain't what you're thinking. You're not getting this reception of love that people trying to tell you about. What you're thinking, people gonna open their arms up. You know, you don't get a whole lot of con of people trying to play you like, brother, that's till you buy. If you don't buy nothing, it's gonna cut out real quick. You're gonna buy real quick. The love for Africa gonna end real quick if you ain't buying nothing. They not revere you. They do not see you as no black brother and sister that's lost in America. I'm telling you now, you can buy that stuff from somewhere else. I see it for myself. Tula, you went over there. What did you say?
That's true.
Did you remember one reception of my sister, you back home, my child?
Not from Ghana. Maybe I try somewhere else, but not there.
Don't do that, people. And that's what slave trade. We went on the slave trade. I videoed, I sent it back. Let me tell you something. Over there, they don't even listen to that stuff. I had to tell someone to shut up talking. You remember that, Tula? I tell them shut up talking. They wouldn't shut up talking. I said, listen, I'm trying to listen. Okay, and listen, someone told me this out of their mouth, that slavery was, they taught them that slavery was good. Slavery brought them banking. Slavery brought them education. They do not view slavery the same way you view it. That ain't every individual, but on average, they don't view slavery the same way you view it. Okay, they don't see it. Listen, it really doesn't move them. A lot of kids, they really paid attention, because you got to remember at the same time, they weren't victims of it. So they believe that they are victims because they done left them destabilized. And they love white Jesus. Listen, ain't nobody love white folk more than Africans.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
That white Jesus, listen, they put paint on him. He brighter. They ain't the one we got here. That dark-skinned nigga they got on him, that white one, he wouldn't make it over there.
Okay.
Listen, they brush that joker teeth with milk every morning and his face. He is whiter than white over there. That Jesus, they need the same looking Jesus over him. So when you run over here with this, run back to Africa, you need to make sure you do your history and do your research. You need to get off a plane and go in there and see for yourself. It really ain't what you thinking. People ain't looking for you. Listen here, y'all folk done tore up everything on here. You don't know how to act. You steal, you lie, you cheat. You just riding to the core. So we have to first learn how to live with ourselves before we try to run back somewhere else. So I try to get that power to the people. I'm for my people, but I have to tell my people the truth. We the worst people you ever seen. We steal, rob, cheat from our own people. We don't respect our older people. We don't look after them. We throw them away. That was one thing that we prided ourselves on. Our older people was our backbone. That was our knowledge. And we throw them away for what? Nothing. For rappers. Every one of these rappers are gay. Just about every one of our, look at our entertainers. They weak. Look at Taja. All these movies, she up here crying, begging these white folk. Why are you begging these white folk for a job? We can't create our own. A lot of these people realize they hurt us. America really hurt us in their system. What you think about that, Kim?
Well, I have a lot of thoughts, but I don't think this is your platform, so I'm gonna let you have it right now. Y'all caught me too late for me to really go in.
We caught you too late to go in.
Because you know I disagree with probably about 75% of what you just said. So y'all have a good night.
Listen, we
know me.
Yeah.
But no, some of the stuff you said was very, very true and very, very important. And we have to change the narrative of everything we do. I don't think you can speak for all of Africa and even all of Ghana.
No, I ain't say all of them, but I'm telling you what, a lot. Listen, the people I ran across over there, I didn't run across not one of them picking us up to carry us nowhere.
Because some of them are like that here. And guess what? I ask questions. I say, about me being a nurse, there's a lot of them. Because you do get a lot of resistance. A lot of them call me, I never forget when I was young. This one, her name was Lola. She couldn't stand me. I just found, Lola, what's up? She called me a Nakata. You know what a Nakata is? A cotton picker. I come from a cotton picker. Wow. So, because she said I'm mixed.
Right.
So that was my first introduction to how some of them viewed us. And the truthful part that you did say, I experienced a lot of them would come in and request white this before that was illegal for them to do, because they're brainwashed. They think white is right, white is better, white is smarter, when that's not true. Africans are some of the smartest people known in man, so they don't even know their own, self. But I asked a couple of them, like the girl that does my hair, she's Liberian though. They're a lot American now.
Well, that was actually set up for free people, Liberian.
Yeah, I asked her, what is it with Africans and blacks? She said a lot of them, when they get here, they say the white people tell them stay away from African Americans.
They do.
They'll tell them stay away from us.
And we lazy.
We this, we that, we bet, but that's an agenda in itself. They don't want us all to come together. It's too powerful. If we ever say, you know what, black African, because I call myself Black American, to be honest, because I feel like my family's probably more indigenous, black. I know we come from Africa, but I'm fine with Black American, because you're right. A lot of them, they don't consider you African nothing.
No.
Right. So.
No. And you know what? Believe it or not, a lot of it is taught there as well. When we went on the slave trade walk, and a gentleman who teaches it, he explained it to us. He said, they told us that you guys are lazy.
Yeah.
He said, just like they told you stuff about us, they told us stuff about you.
Yeah.
So I mean, they buy into it, and they're not even here. I mean, the rhetoric about us is told everywhere, but they don't realize we're the only people that have to fight on both fronts. Africa is fighting to defend Africa. Africa is not fighting to defend America. They're not fighting to liberate the Caribbean. They're fighting to liberate Africans. African so-called American is fighting on. He's fighting the African. He's fighting the white man. He's fighting.
That's true.
So when you look at us and how we're so violent and we're so strong with each other, it's because I'm fighting on every end. The wife is fighting the husband. Then you got to fight the kids. The husband is fighting the wife, and he's fighting the kid. You fighting, unemployment. You fighting, lack of education in your community. You fighting crime. You fighting drugs. Everything you look what fighting. We're fighting AIDS.
Do you think that it's because of the self-inflicted mental illness that has been put on us and carried down from generations to generations because of the anxiety that we have being black in America?
What created by our oppressor. I mean,
it's true. It's passed. It's in our blood.
Yeah, you're right. And so when they look at us like, well, high blood pressure diagnosis, think about it. Everything we get in conversations where we're fighting for our rights.
Right.
We're fighting cancer. We're fighting poverty. You look
anxiety.
Depression. You don't use that terminology. Everything you have is fighting. We're fighting. They don't use prevention a lot of time. We use the term fighting. And then what are we typically always doing? We're always fighting
each other. You're right.
So you have to watch a lot of the rhetoric or how they use, how they use words, and it gets in your mind. What do you know about fighting? Fighting is not something you casually do. It's something you do with everything you got.
Yeah.
So we don't know how to really sit down and come up with resolve. I think it's needful that Africans and, the so-called Negroes in America need to be able to sit down and dialogue. But I think before that needs to happen, I think the so-called Negro in America needs to talk. The black man needs to talk.
And I agree with that one.
Even talk to the black woman, because I think we need to come with a better approach. I think if we just sat down neutrally and sat down, it's going to become an argument because both people are going to talk from their hurt. I think the so-called Negro man needs to talk first because he needs to get over himself. He needs to get over his problems. He needs to learn how to strategize and how to problem solve.
Do you think that we make you black men feel comfortable with expressing yourselves and being vulnerable?
No.
Do you think that?
No, I don't think we may.
I agree.
I think that our women, and it's not their fault. I think everything is a taught base. First, just like with you in the nursing field, you can do that because you've been taught how to do certain things, which qualify you to be able to do. Just like Resident Joe, she's qualified to do. Right now in a relationship and with the problems of the so-called Negro man and so-called Negro woman, we're not qualified at this point. Until we can sit down and, I think the black woman, quote unquote black, needs to sit down and they need to talk among themselves on their issues, about situations, and they need to hear from another woman, girl, we need to get over this. This is where we need to be. This is our role. And I think the so-called Negro man needs to repair his situation with one another because we dropped the step. Look at the tight skinny pants, the booties out. As a man, there is no way. I've never seen it thought, oh, okay, it's like, can I talk to you? It's like, what happened to us? How did we get here? How did we get here? AF nigga, how did we get here? How did we get here that we lost that respect to what we say, how you doing, my brother? You know, fine, my brother. If we don't have to hug, but at least there should be some mutual greeting to where we speak and we keep going and we both know I'm not trying to do you any harm. And that's a salutation greet. And it needs to be, in order for us to be better with other people, in order for us to be better with our women, we have to get some resolve and come to a consensus that there are problems and these problems need to be addressed among us. Then we need to come together. We need to conversate. Mm-hmm. But what it have us now, how we got it, you know, it's so far. Men from Mars, women from Venus. What in the world are you talking about? We are from the same planet.
Well, we do think, I think the premise of that, it's not saying we're from anywhere. We think, and it's the truth. We are not the same when it comes to thought processes, feelings, a lot of it. Right. What's that little pretty little right over shaking her head? She get what I'm saying.
Resident Joe right now.
She's so cute. Look, we don't. Back in we don't. If you sit down, like I know a long time ago, my girlfriend Tanya at her house, we hosted a love and war. This might be something you might want to do at the synagogue. Love and war. So that's like couples or men and women. We talk. And we come from the female perspective and the male perspective. And when I tell you, we'll pose like a scenario and what a man thinks about it and says what he'll do and what a woman says, it is so different. Yeah, we don't think the same. We're not wired the same, and it's supposed to be like that. But we're supposed to be able to appreciate that we're not wired the same and come together and work together. You know, that's right. To get to the roots. If we done more of that.
But again, I agree with what you're saying on the conversation, but there needs to be some boundaries for what defines. I think what happens why we never get to a consensus or agreement is because of the fact we don't have anything that really defines what is a man, and then a man meets that criteria. What is a woman, and what are expectations, and then meet that criteria. Then I think we'll come with a better resolve. Because right now it's so open. I mean, it's common now for a man or a woman to be, bisexual.
Yeah. Well, it's common. I come from a different type of thought process, so I'm gonna exit out that conversation. I'm trying to say, like, any time a relationship you're in, I'm talking about like as a community. Mm-hmm. Let's not forget the roles. Like, how can we come together so we can get to its end goal, so we can be a better people? How can we do that together?
If we don't establish the roles, we can't. That's the problem. It's just like making a movie. You got to have roles. Everybody can't be the leading lady. Everybody can't be the, be the hero of the movie. You can play a part in assisting. And the problem becomes we don't have anything that's like the line that says this is the line. Yeah. And when we understand the line, so now we know what measure I'm going to be judged with. We said, well, let's just leave it where it is. Let everybody be them. We've done that. That's what we have now. Mm-hmm. Think about this, Ken. How many people you remember growing up had their whole face tattooed? How many people you remember growing up had their neck all the way down their arms and hand and legs tattooed?
I don't know, but I'm not the right person to talk about. I'm tatted up. You're judging me. I feel judged. I feel judged and attacked.
But think about it. It is because now, before. Typically, when we saw people with tattoos,
we didn't see it as much. I don't remember, unless it was a certain community, like the punk. What do you call them? Like
punk rockers,
the
bikers.
The bikers. You right?
Military, and those people. It made sense. You said, "Well, that's them," because the society says a norm. Certain things, was allowed to certain people. Right. People typically don't do this, but not talking in the professional world. You never saw in the professional world.
Right.
So now, with the earring, 4 or 5 of that in the nose and the lips.
Yeah. I'm like, totally judged. I believe y'all brought me on here to do this. That's why I'm about to go.
Think about this. People, listen. People can be open to it because we say everybody say, you know what? Let's just throw out everything and everybody just be them. And then think about this. Where are we at as a society today? We're more chaotic. We're more violent. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We have more incarceration. We have more failure of homes, marriages. We have more of our kids, that's lost. We have more mental illnesses because we left lines. Lines were crossed. And we see the importance now with all these lines. Look at the wars. I mean, we got war. We had that. You remember, it was a big thing about it was the American-Iraqi war. It is so many wars now. You can't name just one. And every one is critical. When it was Iraqi America, that was the biggest war the biggest conflict in the world. Mm-hmm. Iraq and America and Afghanistan. These were the big. It's conflict. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, Somalia and Ethiopia about to go to war. China and India have been at war. They've been fighting. They got soldiers that die on the lines every day, and nobody talks about it. They are so close to losing it with each other. These are the two largest mass populations in the world, over 2 billion people on both sides. Mm-hmm. You got so much conflict. You got so much destruction. Look at the weather. Everything is just destructive because lines have been crossed. So if we can come back and establish lines, I think we can fix the communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just one of them things.
It's just one of them things.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to preach this. you did it tonight.
We did. But listen, we do appreciate you coming on tonight. And again,
I had a wonderful
yes.
We did. And don't forget where we go. Don't forget now. Who was stalking who? We gotta tell it right now. No, you just said it. You gotta tell the truth.
She did not stalk you to get you.
Okay,
so that's not what happened.
Okay, I was stalking her.
When you got stalked, it was necessary because doing stuff you had no business doing it, right?
I got stalked.
That's what that was. It was stalked.
And I came to her and approached her for her phone number.
No,
you didn't.
No,
she sent me. But you gave it.
Thank you. It wasn't hard.
That's true. That is true.
I remember the little piece of paper. I came back with it.
And
it wasn't hard.
Her code too.
What now?
She got her code. I gave her my beeper.
The beeper. Y'all know I was 546, shawty.
Hit me on my page.
I'm 546.
Listen, I let her know. Hit me on my pager.
It wasn't hard.
You had to really like Thule, Preacher, because how come you said that you had a girlfriend to the other lady, but you didn't say you had a girlfriend to the friend and gave the number? You must have seen Thule.
This is the thing, honestly. Everybody know I had a girlfriend. I had several women I dated. So I mean,
wait a minute, hold on. Hold up.
Wait now.
Several. Wait a minute. Confess it.
Here they go.
Listen, I remember you know who.
Thule hung in now. I saw the change. Listen, I sat down one night. I let her sit down and let her listen to a message.
What does that mean?
What you mean? What does it mean?
I ain't hanging out with no multiple women.
Listen.
She did not, because somebody would have been on the live.
Hold up.
You giving up all my check for the rest of my earthly life. I said, okay, I'm gonna give you a shot. Little I know that lazy ain't working in the last 8 years. That lazy bomb ain't worked in the last 8 years, Kim. So
my friend is always working. We're not gonna tell these lies on this break.
We need you to
she
say
is being I've asked her to blink if she need me. I always ask this.
Ask her the name of her job.
Tony, Minister Tony, LLC, because every time I talk to her, she's doing something for you.
No, she's doing something for her. I'm trying to get her to do something. I need her to bring that rest of that money.
Tony, ain't no money.
Ain't no money.
Okay, well, that's it right there.
She's owed every lick of money you got.
It's been a good 29 years. We ran well.
Oh, God.
If she can't get that check by this Friday, we got a problem, Kim. I'm gonna have to send her back on over there to you.
Please do, because I got enough room. And yeah.
Don't think that be.
Then my friend, she won't come back the same though. So you might not want to do that one, baby.
Oh my God.
You might not want to do that to yourself.
Oh, she need to get my money. I know that much. Dr. Joe, you hear that?
I'm gonna report you. Who is Dr. Joe need a check? That's snitching and starting missing, man.
She gonna check.
I was just saying the truth. I think you really like Thule because you gave her the number.
Yeah.
The other lady, you said, I have a girlfriend, so I'm sorry.
That didn't sound, no, I did not. Hold on, I never said I was sorry. I didn't. I mean, I wasn't. I was like, I wasn't even trying to date nobody. Why
did you give the number?
I mean,
and you know what, Dr. Joe? It was immediate dating. Whether he knew it or not, it was on from there. She left me after that.
That was her running. But listen,
it was a quick connection.
It was quick.
Listen, she started learning how to fish. Did she used to fish before me, Kim?
I doubt it.
Exactly. No. She was all out there talking, I love to fish. And she was running out there with me. Because listen, I'll go fishing. She'll come out there to go fishing. I was like, okay, I'm out fishing. I'm like, I'm going fishing. She come, oh, come on. Yeah, I want to fish too. Yeah, I know how to fish. She hooked herself in the back and threw herself out in the water. I had to pick up. Listen, that guy.
Don't act like you didn't shed no tears when she was coming down that aisle.
I sure was. I said, I was crying for. I said, this nigga,
you cried?
My money. No. If I did, it would come out again. They're going to take all my money.
Nah. That's a dowry, baby, because you took her up and out that good, wholesome home.
That's right.
Friends, and that you had to pay.
I saved her from not hearing Markham.
Don't you talk about Daddy? Don't talk about Daddy.
Can't hear him. What you trying to do? I asked him for. I said, listen.
Because he was in disbelief, Robin.
Because I asked my son to marry your daughter. He said, what?
Who this sugar daddy coming in here?
He said,
my youngin.
He said, you can't. He said, she owed a lot of money, though. She started crying. Why you gotta say that? Why you gotta say old money? And he I still ain't paid off her debt. He tried to be to save me.
I'm telling you, the life.
They said you going on Club Shay Shay. I'm crying. Who put that on there? It's Club Shay after this to clear himself like Caddy Weed. Yeah, he's stumbling. He's stuttering.
Tell Shay to call me. Tell Shay to call me. I'm going on Club Shay Shay. I'm gonna tell everything.
That'll be the day Shay Shay shut down because
exactly. We already got proof. Had night.
Yeah, the truth is you gave the number with ease. You didn't say, nah, I got a girlfriend. I remember that piece of paper and I handed it to her and that was it. I ain't see her.
How excited she was, Kim?
She just snatched it out my hand.
You still
adding it to the roster, baby. You were adding, and then they got eliminated, and then you won.
Go ahead and tell Kim.
You want the truth?
How many fingers you lost, Kim? You almost lost your whole head.
I'm serious. You add them to the, Rolodex, and then as they, prove themselves, you knock the other ones off, and so that's how you got up there, baby. Don't.
Now that's the truth.
That's how it really was.
We know the truth.
That's the truth. Anyway.
Kim, we appreciate you coming. Kim, we're gonna get you back on him another time. We gotta get you back on him. And then what we can do?
Are y'all sure? What y'all gonna be talking about?
And listen, we also talk about some health things too. We could get you to answer. Yeah, we need you to. Yeah, you could tell them about it. You can tell them about medical marijuana, how it helps with different ailments.
Oh yeah,
too.
okay.
We teach about it. Yeah, because she's also for those. She's a licensed a nurse for people that need to get cannabis nurse, and she's also accountable. She's also accountable.
Yeah, she's accountable. Sweet like a flower.
Yeah,
I am precious.
Yeah, so accountable. So anyway, what we do? Yeah, so what we'll do, we would like to get you back here.
Please text me the topic before y'all just ambush me.
No, we're gonna ambush you and just you just gotta come on out. You gotta come out swinging with information.
I never had to back up my stories because he has that platform that he can just say whatever and I can't interrupt.
Yeah, that ain't cool. Impression she was simple. You liked it. You went willing.
Listen, she begged me. She got me. She cooked me breakfast, begged me. Please, you see, I'm trying
to cook. Now we telling lies.
She makes a little scrambled little egg, tiny little egg, one egg and one piece of sausage. I said, man, this girl don't have to cook no brother. So I asked her, I said, you know how to cook? Oh yeah, I cook with my dad all the time. She cooked one egg and a piece of sausage. I said, woo.
Well, you see, come on now.
Now she can cook.
But you ate it.
Thank you.
Tawana, you know how to cook before I got you?
Tony, yeah, I could cook if I had to.
What you know how to cook?
I cook steak for my parents.
That's right. We used to eat. Now, come on now.
You put the end on eat out. Y'all used to.
No, we didn't have money.
We didn't do that. No, we cooked at home. We made
what?
We went to Cub Foods, Shouty, and got us some crab legs and ate them on the floor.
Bottom some water. That's it. So I told her. She told me about she not to cook steak. I said, well, you can get that because we ain't gonna be eating no steak. I'm like, I'm out the streets. I'm coming out the streets, so we won't be cooking no steaks. So find somebody else to cook. So she used to get everything she used to cook, you to be smoking. Whole house. Listen, the smoke alarm stayed on. I said, she told me, it ain't me, it's the stove. I said, yeah, every time you cut it on, start cooking, I notice it too.
Before I get off, just tell the people why you married Wanya T for real though. Because you wouldn't have just met her if she was all this stuff you talking that. Right, Dr. Joe. Right, tell them. You come on.
I seen me. I seen a diamond in the rough. I said she needed some help because I was already sparkling. I said, I can take this rough, little ragged little rock and chip off all the other imperfections, and I can carve her out, and she could be a great woman.
That's what you tell yourself.
In another 50 more years, I should have all the stuff knocked off her and polished up, and she should be halfway there.
My bestie is a gem, a jewel. I'm telling you,
I made her.
Auntie.
Listen, I seen her. She was listen. She played me all that. Keep talking. I can listen to you for hours. Now the helper coming and go straight.
Please tell me that didn't happen for real.
Okay. Hold on, Dwayne. She said, please tell it didn't happen.
You know what play that was.
Yeah, that's what it is. That play. That's right.
You know what play that was on.
Who is that? Derek Lawson. Delete him or whatever he talking about. Sir.
Now, how you know how to delete him? That's my
delete him. Somebody make him better, honey. My man is just as good as a woman that's beside him. Okay, you would not be where you were. You would still been in that part that I can't prove. Where we used to come see
way back then. I had to put her on and drive. Listen, I had to get a race car and run her behind up here to catch up.
Nah,
she know. Go ahead and tell me to one who made you.
What?
Okay.
If you do, I promise I'll come through this phone. Who is it? Rob put his Mac.
That's
she
it.
Him, baby. Listen. If he asked for the number and he gave it, who Mac who?
Listen. And I want to think about, I said she wants some help. I try to help out. I tried to coach her. I thought she was trying to get a drug game. I said, well, maybe she's trying to get some work, get some money where she can help take care of
that. Was not how that was.
Well, I mean, I think she was I didn't know she was a potential customer. You came over there. I said, okay, both of them get high. So both be potential customers.
That's a lie. I got a license to protect. That's a lie.
You want no nurse back then. You want no nurse back then.
Especially us dark-skinned men and y'all light-skinned. I'm not light-skinned for... Who said that crazy stuff? Now, see, that's another problem. Now, that's another problem. Now, I do like a chocolate man. And you and Mr. Earl? When he said, ma'am.
Why is she
Tyrone?
You are crazy.
She is crazy.
Baby, I got melanin. That's an AI picture. But we don't care about all shades of black is beautiful. Whoever put that up, that was ignorant. Sorry. Okay. We like all shades of black.
Your friend thought she was white. She tried to talk like she was white. Y'all went to Lakeside.
No, we brought the flavor.
My friends used to hear her answer the phone. They said, they said, preacher man, they said, I didn't know you had married a white woman. I said, what? They're like, you're white. I said, you're white. They're like, she answered the phone. So I said, yeah. I just started talking. I said, yeah, I married a white woman.
Because she's articulate. Y'all gonna leave my best friend
artistic. You said artistic.
Man, you know you can't.
I don't know. She the artistic. She definitely can't draw. Yeah, exactly.
You so lame.
I'm trying now.
Yes, that's what it is. Lame. That's what we used to say. He lame.
So lame, girl. I still say that.
He said, "I need that one-on-one talk with you right now." Okay.
Yeah,
now what's that about?
He ain't got no.
Listen,
Andrew, we're gonna talk online. Hit me on this. We'll talk online. Actually,
if they take them gameplays, they ain't gonna get no woman.
Haters gonna hate. Andrew, you hear that? Haters gonna hate.
I'm trying to tell you. You say we wrote the book. I'm trying.
We wrote the book, baby. You got played. To be honest, Minister, you don't even know. I could tell you today, you got played for real. Cause see what you're doing, you're taking care of them. 29 years of taking care of them.
Once you and Tawanya get together and get the rest of them and get y'all a million woman hater content, we'll show some million of y'all.
We're not no man haters. We love the black man.
No, y'all hate the Mac though.
If it was some Mac to hate, maybe we could. But I'm seriously, you got played, baby. You fell for it.
I laid that Mac down at that shit. Listen, I laid it down. Special sauce, everything. Look at it.
Who is Yahudi? What does that mean? What does that mean?
That's Yehudi. That's it. Tell them we Yehudi. That's right. That's right.
Yo, what does that mean for real?
Yehudi means celebrated. Yes, it is a true.
Is a cocktail involved? Because that sounds real boring. She ain't been around for 20 years for nothing. I believe you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, women, we don't say what we feel secure.
Listen, we gonna get Kim's. What we're gonna do, Kim? We're gonna chip in and show we're gonna raise money. We're gonna get you a psychiatrist. We'll help you get you a psychiatrist.
And get me on Mr. Earl. That's 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
We're gonna have
backslides on what day y'all don't go to the synagogue? On Sunday. Yeah, because I goes out on Sunday too. So whoever public announcement, whoever is 1 foot in, 1 foot out, hit me up on @DimeDivaC1.
That woman is crazy. Y'all see this?
It will not be reported back to
Look at Darren.
Hey, Tony, you know when you start seeing somebody missing every Saturday, you know that they
yes, that hit you up. I already know that hit you up. Well, I gotta come find. I gotta go get my shit. We know you see what I say to when you're from? She crazy.
Deacon so-and-so has not been here ever since she sashayed in there. And we need to go find out where he is.
That's it.
And he is on old Nat with me at the grown folks, baby. All right, y'all.
Kim, we appreciate you.
I love y'all, though.
We love you too.
I do.
We gotta get you back on here too, because we want to get that help. Because we definitely we
that help
people on that. Yeah. It gives some help too, because she actually, believe it or not, y'all crazy. She is in the health field, unfortunately. And so they got all kinds of some of the people helping people need help. So
I called with Malcolm. Hold on, I just saw something. I like the name Malcolm.
Malcolm. Oh yeah, Malcolm.
Now my best thing gonna let if it's something crazy, then no.
No, Malcolm is pure the driven snow. He the one dropped it down and first fell.
Pure.
Oh yeah.
Don't do that to Malcolm. Why would y'all want to do that to Malcolm? Baby, they coming out the synagogue. They fool with me. It's a wrap. Who is that? Appreciate you. I appreciate you too.
Y'all know she crazy.
No, don't be mad. I'm getting followers. I'm getting your followers.
They're not far. They're trying to leave. They're trying to say, "Come on, Kim, we're gonna take it here to get you that white. We'll get you that white."
Take me to the wall. So you remember that song, Tony? Take me to.
That woman crazy. Y'all see this? Now, what did I tell y'all about Tula? This her friend. Y'all can see who's saying who did it.
Yeah, you remember we used to sing all over Six Flags of Georgia.
Tell them what. Say it again. Say it again, Wayne.
We used to sing over Six Flags of Georgia.
We did.
Y'all saying what?
Songs.
Over Six Flags of Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who sings at Six Flags?
We did. We used to do a lot of stuff. See, the thing is, what you think you did for her, you did.
Thank you.
You was around here singing at Six Flags of Georgia.
Yep.
Who does that? Six Flags, they singing at Six Flags over Georgia.
Can anybody else, anybody else that can say that?
I would hope nobody else will say that.
No, tell them, give them some content. Tell them what we would. What you thinking?
Y'all was singing at Six Flags of Georgia?
Yeah, we made a tape.
We showed her, and guess who was there with us?
Who?
Mary J. Blige, shouted.
They drunk. They drunk.
What? We got some stories. Wait a
Y'all
minute.
got a video? Where your receipts?
There wasn't no videos back then. Now, you know we of a certain age.
I know Mary J. Blige is talking about.
She was making hers with us. You know, you remember they used to have when you can go in there and make your own mixtape. That's where a lot of people got started. They sung that song, Eddie Kane song. Who is it trying with the joke? Derek.
They say he said you crazy, so he said he like
they
you crazy.
That song, Eddie Kane.
I still have
you got
y'all, so y'all trying to say Eddie, so y'all trying to say y'all discovered Mary J. Blige.
No, we didn't discover her, but she was doing something there too.
Did I just tell you we would have been some? I'm trying to tell you we was on our way.
Yeah, you messed it up.
On y'all way to jail. Y'all was on y'all way to jail. Y'all snuck
you would have been out.
She would have been famous.
It would have been a lot of stuff.
Please don't buy that. These two was on their way to jail if I got them.
Why not?
She just down in the weed. Remember they drove that car off the cliff, robbing banks.
Well, you know, hey, some of that might be true, but it was all good and fun, you know.
See,
we still have fun, but you know, you messed it up. But great, thanks. But I'm glad it worked out for y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We appreciate the condolences.
It sounds more like condolences,
right?
But I'll be there to celebrate y'all. I'm celebrating y'all 29 because that is big. Because you don't hear that no more.
Oh, good. No, not these days. She gonna have to pay me to show up. Yes, I'm in the hole. I need my money before I show up. I'm gonna need her. She need to get my money.
You always been wanting money from the people, but you said it. Why?
She told me that time when Shanequa Bull was gonna go there, and I say Shanequa Life at Shanequa.
What happened now?
I say Shanequa Life.
From what? From what instant? Because Shanequa was always in something.
She showed was. She was. And Bull, this guy named Bull. She had got this guy named Bull aggravated. and Bull wanted to kill her, and I had to get Bull to stop and save her life.
Well, let me tell you. I don't know if that's the same guy. I remember when we was on State of Columbia Job winning. I'm in my house minding my business, and I hear Shanequa and Tawanya coming down the driveway, and then a ninja is knocking, bamming on our door. After them,
that ain't him.
They ran to my house. Is that the same one?
No, that ain't him. That's her. That's a mess. That was
and then fired a firearm off my. It was a lot going on.
See, I say, look at it. See, I say to the line.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
Brought out the street.
Folks.
Whenever with her, it was always something.
Yeah, you should tag somebody like her in too, because they had a whole nother life too.
Yes, that's why I told you I came to save them.
Well, who saved you?
Exactly.
Because I know you did a change as soon as you met her.
I was on my way. I was already on my way making a change. See, I introduced her to the way. See that and said, listen, this right here. Listen to this. This is what I'm doing right here. This is the way I'm going. And she looked at I want to go that way.
Yeah.
Remember that's it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told she caught me on a point where I was changing my life. So she caught me on a point when she came right. I was getting ready to do a whole nother change around. I was just depleting people out of my life, friends, everybody. I was just getting them out of my life. Oh yeah, a lot of people. I was going a different way. I said, you get tired of that way. I watched enough people die, go to prison. I watched a lot of people get burned out. Just like lose everything. You like at one point in your life, just realize, you get tired. You said, I don't want that life for me.
And that's good. I'm glad you got out. But you had to have a queen beside you to help you, because you probably wouldn't be where you are. Now I'm serious. If you would have went that other way, you went to the right.
I was going to the right. Listen, I pulled her to the right. She'll tell you. She didn't pull me to the right.
She wasn't in the streets.
No,
you was a certified fool out here in DeKalb County.
Oh yeah, I was, woman. Well, I'm trying to help people. They just didn't know it.
Yeah, you was handling all right.
That's it.
But God bless y'all. I'm gonna go ahead on.
Yeah,
it was fun.
Definitely good to have you come on. We'll be getting you back on here again. And
yeah. Okay.
Everywhere you go, I say to Wayne.
What? Say it again.
Everywhere you go, make sure you tell them. I say to Wayne.
I know the real story, but I'll let you have it.
Right.
We'll let you think that. Whatever make you sleep good at night.
We definitely appreciate it.
Believe it. All right, y'all have a good one. I'm out.
We love you. You take care.
Love you too. All right, Twain, call me tomorrow. Love. Nice to meet y'all.
All right, good to see you. Y'all, you take Crazy finna go, and we appreciate all y'all.
I'm gonna take my medicine. My green. God's plant. God's plant, baby. Fine.
Listen, we appreciate everybody tonight hanging in here. We know we were late. Y'all got to hear from yourself. Tula stalked me. She was coming at me. Tony was on his own way going, and she found out. See, it wound up being, look at that. She found her way. She found me, found her way. Appreciate you, Dr. Joe, hanging in here. Love Dollar had to get back to the Doo-Doo Bowl. Basha had to get on back to be the wolf. Appreciate all y'all over there every week. Do what you do. Tomorrow night, we should see y'all over there. Some of y'all tomorrow night. Be looking to see y'all 7 o'clock Eastern time. There you go. Appreciate you too, Sarah. Appreciate you, Derek. Everybody. I know they said had to get ready to go. Appreciate all y'all that can hang in here. Those that left early, we hard all y'all too. And we're going to look to see y'all back here next week, same time. Too late. You want to take us home?
Yeah, we're gonna go. See y'all. Good night.
We're about to take it back. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Tony and Julie on the radio. Dr. Joe's therapy on the radio. The love got me going live on the radio. 2 mics and a mind on the radio. Radio, turned up 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 on the radio. 2 mics and a mind. 2 mics and a mind. 2 mics and a mind. 2 mics. Watch this. And of mine.
All right. You do something better. I'll do something better. And we'll be better together. Until next week.